you got snow this morning? We had like a hailstone storm as I left yesterday. Left the village this morning, thick ice. I thought it was going to be late. It took forever to scrape it all off. And then the roads were fine. It was icy, but fine. Got to like just before Birmingham, and it was like the roads, and then got to the roundabout just up there, the Camp What's It roundabout, and it was all covered in, I know, frightening. Little Paul's windscreen wiper snap, but you see, buy cheap, buy twice. Anyway, good morning. I've got a lovely show lined up for you today. Now, I'm not in again after today until Sunday, I don't think. So let's make the most of today, shall we? We've got a fabulous show. Would you like to see what we're doing? I know, it's gorgeous. Look at this. Coming up today with me, John Scott. 8 o'clock, we've got Handy Sewn Storage. That's a strange title for the first show, isn't it, Joe? 9 o'clock, the versatile Tunic top with Amanda Wyatt. She's back, she's better. 10 o'clock, we've got Joe Carter's Dragon, which I know loads of you have been waiting for. And then we've got a pretty tote bag at 11 o'clock. So let me just show you. Right, then I've got, the top. The next show hour is Amanda's top, which I'll show you, show you still off now. Lovely top, premier pattern. Premier pattern, it's lovely. It's got hidden pockets in there, and get hidden pockets there. Then we go to Le Dragon, and as little Paul says, I'll do it now so it's out the way, times dragon on. Doesn't work, does it, see? Anyway, isn't it lovely? Got him in red, and we've got him in green. Now, I do need to warn you, the lamb kit that we had on Saturday sold out in 8 minutes. So please, and I've got as many of these as the lamb kit, so please be careful. And then Amanda's show, look at that lovely bag made out of the denim. Now don't, because I've got into trouble, because I said, when I did bags with Janice, and I said the old bag Janice, and someone complained. So Janice had to, I know, somebody sent Janice an email saying, I'm not happy with John Scott. Anyway, Janice said, I want to talk about it, John, when we go on air. So I said, that's fine. So we went on air, and Janice went, it's fine, because I am an old bag. So, you know, I love them all. Anyway, Amanda's making this at 11 o'clock. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So you get the denim and the Michael Miller cornflower fabric in that one, and a really lovely lining, which I won't show you right now. Right, okay, I'll just give those to Floor, and then we'll carry on, because you can get in touch. You can get in touch, and the best way to do that is by going to our website. You click on Watch Today's Show. Now, you do need to log in to do the very next bit. Watch Today's Show. And then, click on there. You see, just scroll down the page, message the studio. You write your message in there. Now, please keep it short and sweet, because over the weekend we had lots of people sending a message and they all got cut off just at the important point, and we couldn't figure out what they were trying to say. While we're there, have a look where it says products from today's show. They're all my products from yesterday's show. Lovely Irene came in for 20 minutes yesterday. My only guest I had for 20 minutes yesterday. Anyway, what you do is they'll all disappear in a minute, and all of today's products will appear as I introduce them. You can click on them and pop them in your basket. If you happen to be watching, oh, there you go, they're gone. You can pop them in your basket and, yes, check out. Right, you can also go to the top of the page. I was just looking why that sewing machine was there, that was all. So what you can do is go to the top of the page. You see where it says go to basket. Normally there's a picture there of the item that we are selling at that time. You just click on it, pop that in your basket. Now you can check out as many times as you like during the day, because we've got this fantastic deal where you only pay 1p and P of £2.95 for the whole day. Right, now, if you want to send an email, you can do. That's the only way you can send pictures or longer messages. studio@sewnquarter.com. studio@sewnquarter.com. Now, I've got two things I need to say before we go on further. The first thing is our birthday week was so humongously busy, and far busier than we ever imagined. So thank you very much indeed for that. Some of the delays may be, some of the deliveries may be delayed a little bit. So instead of the 4 to 6 working days, it might be a little bit longer. So please bear with us. Now, I've also got to talk to you. You know, we are here because of our sister magazines. Well, we've got a subscription deal for you. And what you need to do for the subscription deal is go to the website. And on the front page, on the front page, you go to shop. I'm going to just show you there. Right, what you have to do is, you see, scroll down to magazines. Don't go to magazine subscriptions. Go to the one below it that says magazines with the 3 that I've got listed. Then you click on it, you see, and these are our 3 sister magazines. Love Patchwork and Quilting, Simply Sewing, and today's quilter. Now, today's quilter is for the intermediate to advanced quilters. The Simply Sewing is what it says on the tin. It's dresses and things around that. Well, they see in that one there, in that episode issue, ballerina was in that one. And then the Love Patchwork and Quilting is for those of you who've just started maybe and working from beginner to intermediate. So look at this, you can save 72%. All you have to do is choose the magazine that you want, go to the bottom of the page and you click on subscribe to, so we've chosen Love Patchwork and Quilting. Click on there and you'll be taken through to a subscription page. Oh, there you go. Oh, you get, in fact, all of them. Look at that. Oh, now that says 49% off. They're supposed to be 72% off. But anyway, they will sort that out. They will sort that out. We better get Hayley to look at that during the show because that's a different thing to the front cover, isn't it? Right, okay. Now, what are we doing first? Oh, yes, the little, I've put it over there. The little, I'll go and get it, I'll get it, okay. Right, I've got this in Joe's, this hour now. We're gonna cover 3 projects. I'll do the book first because the last time we had this book in, it sold out within the show. We've got it back in, we've got twice as many. We've got twice as many of these books back in today. Lots of people missing out last time we did it. It's so gorgeous, this book. I'll go through it in a minute, but it goes into sections. So there's like picnic, there's home, there's kiddies, there's all sorts of things there. I'll go through it fully with you in a second. It is the most gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous book. Oh, look, there you go. That's the project we're doing. That was just a complete fluke that happened. Anyway, I'll go through all the different projects with you afterwards. Oh, look. See that? So what we've got today is Joe is going to be showing you how to make the little first aid kit. Isn't it cute? Now, I have to admit, when she brought it in, we all went, you've done the wrong measurements, Joe. But she hasn't. They're the measurements. Cute. But then if you think about it, how much do you need to put? You need plasters, a bit of lint, a bit of, what's that? Savlon, or other makes are available, Savlon. Anyway, so we're doing that. We're making that this hour. But we've also got the bundle for Little Paul's Easter rucksack. Do you remember when we made this? And we had to drag it off Little Paul. And what's lovely about this is you've got the button there, but you've also got like little, you know how you can have those trousers that you wear at Christmas and you can undo the button at the side and it makes them a little bit bigger. Brilliant for the Easter egg hunt, don't you think? So we're not going to, Joe will talk you through that. We're not actually going to make that. So, first of all, this is in the book, 2 bundles, this one. Okay, the book is going in people's baskets straight away. Right, so here we go. So this bundle here, this is what you make, and this is the bundle that you get. What you saying, Little Paul? Oh, now limited already, limited. Right, £17.49. What you get, I'll just move that out. You get 1.5 meters of the fabric, you get 1/2 meter of the blue spot, 1/2 meter of the red spot, 1/2 meter of the white. You get the zip and you get the thread. £17.49. We have the other option, which I rather like. Oh, I know, the one in our kitchen's green, isn't it? Is that like a European-y thing then, do you think? Because this is what I always think of as emergency, like an ambulance, but the one in our kitchen here is green. So in this one, again, you get 1/2 meter of the green spot, 1/2 meter of the green spectrum, 1/2 meter of the white spectrum. You get the zip and you get the thread. £15.49. Okay, they're going in baskets straight away. Right, now I'm just checking, because I said what I was going to do was I was going to come on with a great big zip like this and go, oh, Joe, I think you've made this the wrong size. It's the right size zip, there it is. So that's for those 2. They're going in baskets straight away. Then, for the little rucksack, I've got 4 bundles for the little rucksack. This one here is the one that we've made, Joe's already made. Isn't it cute? See, we love this because this fabric's got a sloth on it, look. Elephants and giraffes and zebras and everything. So you get 1/2 meter of that, you get 1/2 meter of the yellow spot on, 1/2 meter of the grey, 2 threads, £18.49. There's the bundle. That was very, very popular last time, as was this, because this is the one we made on the show last time. This one has got the Michael Miller Sunset, Rabbits in Sunset. You get the cream linear, and you get the green linear. Oh, and you get the 2 threads. £19.49. Then I've got 2 other bundles for the rucksack as well. This one here, oh, bicycles first, bicycles. So you get the bicycles on pink, ½ metre. You get the black and you get the linear vanilla, plus the 2 threads. Nice, the rucksack in that, isn't it? £14.99. And then last but not least, we've got the going boating. I think this one's called. It's got lovely little yachts. The graphics just coming in. Yeah, I'm just picking up all the threads that rolled off. So you get ½ metre of the boats, ½ metre of the pale blue, ½ metre of the red spot on, 2 threads, £18.49. Lovely. Oh, there'll be on. Is it half term this week or next week? Next week. Next week. I'm going over now. Okay. Right. I need from floor, I'm afraid, a white stand, please. Have you got one there? And then I'll put those in there. Right. Oh, hello, by the way.
Hello.
Joe's, if you were watching at the weekend, Joe's family were up, weren't they, for the weekend? Because Joe was working Saturday and today. So they had Sunday in Birmingham, didn't they? Did they have a nice time?
It was really good.
We brought them on air and everything. You must go and watch them on YouTube because they're adorable. The husband wouldn't come on, but the 2 little ones. And one, is it Rowan, the little one?
Yes.
He literally, his head was here. It was like having a little paw, wasn't it, on the back of the... Anyway, they had a brilliant time, so that's nice. So...
Yes.
We're going to make this first, aren't we? So let's have a good look at that, and then we'll put that there. I'll just take that. Thank you. Is it easy? Is it difficult? Is it tricky?
Most of it is really straightforward. The only bit that's tricky is there's a zip going in around a curve.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing that, and people are often not big fans of zips anyway.
Yes.
So that's the only tricky bit.
Okay, going around the corners. Okay.
And then it's top stitched as well. But it's not too...
It's what you say, top stitch?
It's top stitched as well around the zip. So that's...
Oh, okay. So that is the tricky...
See around here. So if anything's going to put somebody off. But
you're going to allay our fears and show us how to do it, aren't you? Can I just say that Hannah, producer Hannah, has tried to sabotage our show already. She's not here today. But I came in and, you know, our iPad here was unplugged and it's the presenter's... Oh, it says no Wi-Fi now. It's the presenter's job, the last job, to plug this in before you leave for the next bit. Anyway, she told Wendy, the trainee, yesterday, to unplug it. Don't know why. Anyway, so I'll just get up to scratch. Right, I'm ready. Right, so where do we start?
we start, first job
it's half term this week in Leicestershire and Derbyshire.
Oh, I should have said, yeah, I know a couple of people actually, it's half term this week for them.
I said that to Amy at the not Amy, at the attic, Lisa at the attic, and she went, no, it's next week. And I said, I'm sure some people are off this week. Anyway, where do we start?
Remove that. We start with piecing the cross.
On the front.
On the front.
Oh, so you're going to make the green
yes.
variety. Yes.
So I show both. I went with the solid fabric for the cross on this one.
Oh, okay.
And the cutting list is really straightforward. Just choose which fabrics you want to use where.
Yes.
And then these squares, join a green square in the centre, in between two white ones.
Okay.
So I'll do that quickly.
So it doesn't, because you get half a metre of each fabric, you can literally choose which way round you want to do it, because I'm sure there's plenty left afterwards, isn't there?
There are.
Will you need the iron on?
I've put the iron on.
Oh, you put it on, well done.
Oh, sorry, I should have warned you.
No, that's fine.
It was on.
I haven't got an ironing mat, though.
Oh, it's here.
Oh. What are you doing?
No, I've not taken it. It was just there.
There'll be complaints now that I've hit the guest. That's right, I'm with you now.
But again?
Jill says, just tuned in, lovely to see you both. Day off today, so eagerly awaiting Joe's dragon. Yeah, I have lots of people waiting for that. Apparently I've hit you twice in 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
I do apologise.
This 2018's.
It's all done with affection. You must know that. Oh, now, what a lot of new buyers at the moment, please remember that it's not yours, and if you put it in your basket, it's not yours till you've checked out. Just so you know. Do you want me to press? Oh, no, I'm not doing your pressing. Only because it's never good enough, that's why.
Fair enough.
Pardon?
I was going to argue
If you start
with
picking on me, I'm going to tell people about your grey hair.
Don't.
She said, grey hair doesn't show on our telly, does it? I can't see it.
It's...
Oh, little Paul can see it, he says.
From the...
Well, I think you're over what's-it-ing. It's just because you've got so much dye in the other bits. That
it does make the grey bit stand out.
no, she's got no grey.
It's just a little bit stripy at the sides. There we go.
Okay. So it's quite straightforward making the little cross, isn't it?
It is, and I'm just going to press the seams towards the cross, towards the darker fabric.
I'm afraid there's a wire in the way because... Oh, what's the matter? Oh, I've been told off. I've been told off. Oh, only by Hayley. No, it doesn't matter. I thought it was something really important then, but she came in, she had a real stern look on her face. It was like, oh, what have I said? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that behind. Do you want me to move the book?
Should I,
They're ignoring me anyway. So have you pressed it into the dark? Into the dark. Yeah, into the dark.
And it'll just lift the cross up a little bit as well. Yeah. And then I'm just going to sew these to either side of this strip, and that's the cross made.
It always throws me when you've sewn two bits and then you've got a middle bit left because the middle bit always looks too fat, doesn't it?
It does.
The other bits, you think, oh, this isn't right.
Okay. It's nice, straightforward patchwork.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'll show you a few through the projects in the book, if you like. This book is lovely because it's divided, as I was saying, it's divided into sections. There's 20 clever projects here. So you've got, you won't be seeing this because the writing's quite small. You've got travel handmade, handmade home, sewing for the little ones, and then at the end you've got the templates and the resources. So it's literally in different sections. So you've got techniques at the beginning, and then we're going to travel handmade. So we've got, so for grown-ups, you see, you've got a lovely tote bag, the divide and conquer drawstring bag. You've got the 2-in-1 lunch tote. Oh, no, we're going to be talking about that later. We're not making that. We're going to be talking about that one later on. There's the one that we're doing. There's the one that we're doing now. The kits that you can see at the moment are there. And lovely instructions, lots of photographs, lots of written instructions. Couponer divider. This is very big these days, isn't it? In fact, the man in front of me in the queue in Tesco's the other day, he should have had one of these purses because he had coupons in every pocket. And he kept saying, oh, I've got another one, got another one. And I was like, come on, some of us have got lives. Take along ironing mats. Snappy supply case. This lovely, this is all in the travel. You carry on.
Oh, sorry, John.
That's right. Just kick. You see, this is the difference, you see. This is a Crafty Biz apron. I'll take you through the kiddies in a minute. This is reversible bar stool cushion. Little Paul's got bar stools in his house. Everyday apron. Spacious. There's loads. There's 20 projects in here. Photo frame fridge magnet. Buttoned up baskets. Now, then we go to kiddies. I'll go to kiddies next time I show you around the book. But I need to tell you, right, I hit her quite openly, Jo, with the ironing mat, right? When she went round to do the ironing, she went like, duh, in my knee. When I was leaning like that, you know when you hit the back of your knee, like somebody goes like that, like that. Lots of messages come through, but nothing coming through to my desk at the moment.
It was purely accidental.
I've got nothing at all at the moment. I've got, and, Jo, I'm not surprised you've got the odd grey hair coming, working with someone for a year. What do she mean? That's not a nice thing to say about Natasha, is it? Thank you. Laurie had a message as well, did she? Oh, see, I told you. Don't be beating up our Jo, we love her. So do I. So I said it was with affection. Right, come on.
It's a really small piece, so it's not... I mean, take care that these line up and it does form a cross.
Yes.
But it's a small piece, so it's not too difficult.
That's a bit like the number 4 you made for your Galaxy quilt, isn't it? To line those two up, didn't you? Mary in Ayrshire. Morning, John and Jo. It's a winter wonderland here in Drongan. I've never heard that in Scotland. That sounds like a place in Game of Thrones, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Drongan. Khaleesi from Drongan. Anyway, what's next?
And then we assemble the front. And actually, it's all one piece. The front... all the way round to the back.
Okay.
So this
is quilted, but it's not actually patched apart from the square?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll join these 2 side pieces on.
Yeah.
I think that's the right way. And then across the bottom, yes it is, because that's shorter. And then that bit.
Okay. Right, while you stitch that, I'll go through the kiddie section. Where's that now? We had an email through from Sally. Oh, look what she's made. Good morning, Joe, John, and all at Sewn Quarter. Love the show. My make from the book. Oh,
That's
you
fab.
see, you must have got the book last time because we haven't done a kit for this. That's nice. Have you got cross-hatching on yours as well? That's lovely, isn't it? I like the way, so hang on, she's got 4 Sally's got 4 fabrics on hers. 1, 2, 3, 4 fabrics on hers. Now, Sally, that's near Crewe, isn't it? Because Crewe are now Sager College. A lot of my friends went there. Oh my goodness, how many people are coming in for this book? Right, okay, here we go. Sewing for little ones. This is this section here. Okay. So we've got the little backpack, which we've got in this hour. We're not making it, we made it last time, but all the oh, and the instructions with the, remember when we did this and there was a CD or a DVD in there?
Yeah.
And we were all laughing. Easy wallet with pockets. Colour block headband. Oh, that's nice. Patchwork calculator tablet case. Oh, I like that. And then look, all the templates. All the templates and the patterns you need. You obviously have to photocopy some of these at a bigger size. Oh no, that's 100% that one. But some of them you'll have to photocopy to bigger size. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's clever. Brilliant, isn't it? Oh, look, I didn't see this before. They're all the contributors to the book. Nice. Oh, now we've caused a bit of kerfuffle, didn't we, the other day, by saying about the book. Somebody suggested that you make a book, and I said, yes, I think that. There's a whole strand on Facebook on it. The management are in today, so I shall be asking the management today. Oh, no, actually, I think Liz, very big in publishing, I'm not sure if she's in today. I think she's skiving. Today. Oh, she's in a very important meeting, apparently.
So you're going to put in a word for me?
Of course, because I'm doing the forward, aren't I, for my 50%.
Of course.
But now that I've hit you, I don't know if that will go down well with it.
It'll have to be really good now.
Yes. Or maybe my percentage has gone down. Instead of having 50% of the take-ins, I'll only have 45.
Oh, I've got no fingernails, sorry.
What's the matter?
I can't pick anything up at the minute.
What did you just say, Paul?
So the front and back is nearly done. This is the last piece.
So it comes together really quickly. All it is the zip really that takes the time.
Yes, and the quilting. So I've pre-quilted some because it tells you to do the crosshatch pattern.
Oh, okay.
There we go. That's the front.
Welcome to all you new buyers. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, now, here it says, I've got it. If you're new, if you spend over £10 on your first purchase, you get this worth £16.99. It's a self-healing A4 little cutting mat. And it is self-healing. Did you say you're bringing in a slide or not? No. That's it, worth £16.99. Don't worry. Right, carry on.
I won't give it a press, but give it a press before this bit.
Oh, now you do your cross-hatching with a pen?
Yeah, I like to draw the lines out to follow. If my quilting, because they're quite close together, my quilting guide that I would add to the walking foot is a little bit. It won't do as this narrow.
Oh, okay.
So I marked them on.
Yeah.
And it says in the instructions to line up these corners across.
Oh, yes. But carry it on, obviously. So, but you don't worry about, because that's the washable.
It comes off really well.
Oh, okay. Because did you see on we've got this fabulous new Facebook page called Sewn Quarter Fans. If you've not joined it yet, please do, because everybody, you're so talented out there. So many people are putting their pictures up and everything. And one lady had marked up her quilt with some blue chalk, and when she came to wash it, it didn't come out. And she was like saying, this is what I love about the quilting and the sewing fraternity, is like, what do I do? And like 80 people all said, well, I tried this. So that's what I love about it. Anyway, so you've done the 2 crosses, and then are you going to draw on the echo lines now, or do you do it?
Yes, I've drawn them on now. Oh, here's the one I've already done. Because it takes a while to do this.
Imagine.
And that'll be it then till 9 o'clock.
It's fantastic, doesn't it?
You can see I've still got all the pen lines on there. And I did, see they've all gone because I did the same for this one.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Okay, so what's next then?
I think the 5/8 are apart. And do one, so I always start with this line and then do
all of the ones going that way.
And then it tells you which size piece of batting to cut, size wadding, and then the...
Oh, wadding, I've got wadding. Hello, lovely John and Joe. Jo is so calm and I love her demonstration. The toys are so cute. It's a wonder she's not been snapped up by Disney.
Thank you.
She can't go. We've given her she's got a watertight contract. She can't go to Disney. Anyway, this is the wadding you use, isn't it?
Yes.
Very quickly. £2.99. There's lots there. There's lots there. That was from Diane, by the way. Lots and lots and lots there. Okay, right, carry on.
Okay, so it says which size piece to cut. The backing, wadding.
Oh, I see. So it's got backing on it, obviously, because it's lined, isn't it? It's the inside of the inside of the little box, isn't it? Yeah.
So spray base them together, or you can, because it's small, they'll hold together quite nicely anyway. You could just pin or safety pin, and then do all the lines one way, and then all of them the other way. That's the way I find easiest. And then you get to this point.
So end up with that.
And then I'll give this a trim.
Oh, okay.
Down, trim away the
excess. Does it tell you in the book what size to trim it down to?
It says to the edge of this, which is, I think, 6.5 inches maybe by something else.
Stitch on the line. Trim away the extra batting interior. The exterior piece should now measure 6 inches by 11 inches, which is 15 by 28 centimetres. Third of the stock of the book is gone. And remember, I got twice as many books in. Not I. They got twice as many books in this time than they got in last time.
As well as this being a really cute little first aid kit to have in the car or in your bag or somewhere like that, I think it would be really nice to go with a toy. You know, children's... Well, you could have a nurse bear.
I also think as a learning curve sort of thing, for a child to have their own first aid kit, like with plasters and things like that. Nothing major.
Yep. Not a scalpel in there.
No, we wouldn't have a scalpel or anything like that. No.
But there's a children's story about a dragon and a princess that becomes a nurse. And actually, it would go really nicely.
Have you made that up?
No.
So it's a children's story about a dragon and a princess, and the princess becomes a nurse?
Well, it's primarily about a dragon sort of fulfilling its role as a dragon.
Right.
And, I mean, spoiler alert, it sort of becomes a paramedic dragon helper. So I think they go really nicely together.
Yes, but I'm just thinking, right? So that's that one. And then the green one here.
Oh, it would go nicely with this one.
Okay, carrying on. Right, Anita in Kent. John, I thought you were off till next weekend. I've got the telly on, thought I was watching repeat, but it's Monday morning. No, I said I was in this morning, then I'm in on Sunday, and then I'm in the following weekend. Zog. By Julia Donaldson, that story is. I'll move him out of the way because he's not ready yet. We're going to have to get more shelves for all your toys. Right, what's next? Because you've got to get a move on, look.
Right, I've got to mark this piece now.
Yes.
With, I think it's on page 103. Here's the template, and it shows you where to make these marks.
Sorry, I didn't mean to snatch. God, everyone's going to think I hate you. Snatching the book off your head, isn't you?
Victimised.
So that's the template, and what are these marks for, then?
These will be the base where it folds. This section will be the base, and this would be the front and the back.
Yeah, got it.
Instead of enlarging that template and using it, because it's 4 1/4 inches to this mark, I'm going to do that on either side and use the ruler to measure it.
Leslie, hi, John and Joe. I'm supposed to be making bread pudding. Ooh. Is that like bread and butter pudding? Bread pudding, do you think? But it'll have to wait. Loving the demos. Lots of love from Leslie in Gravesend. Is that the one with the sliced bread and the sultanas in? And the custard? Not that I can have any of that, but...
No, I can't either, but...
We could use gluten-free bread, couldn't we?
We could.
And I'd have to then have the milk made out of oatmeal. God, what are we like on our ailments? OK, so you're measuring the 4 1/2 inches down. And
it's really important to transfer these markings on because it impacts the way you position the zip.
Of course.
And,
yes.
And all the measurements are precise so that the side bit fits on. So pop those markings on, and I need to clip it. OK,
you do that. Well, I'm just going to go over here a second, because what I might do is I might bring the 2 bundles from this onto this table here, because I've got other things to show you in a second on the other table, that's all. These are the 2 bundles that are available for this. Oh, Christine in County Durham's having a lie-in on a Monday. It's half term, so no work. See, it's half term in Durham. Oh, yeah, Durham. So happy, Christine, near Durham. Right. The one we're using is this bundle, the green one. There you go.
I now need to make a small confession.
Oh, no, what's happened?
I got all my things ready.
Yeah.
And I didn't get scissors.
Oh, no. Let me scissors, please. Sorry. I'll go through the bundles while you do. Then we've got the blue bundle. Half the stock of the blue bundle's gone. What I'll do is I'll go and do the rucksack bundles while I'm at it. Then Jo can just wait for her scissors, and then we're fine. Very popular. Very, very popular. Right. Okay. I've also got in the book, like I just showed you, there's also the pattern for this lovely little rucksack. Now, this is the one that Jo made for the last show. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So we've got that bundle, which is this bundle here. So you get ½ metre each of the fabrics and the thread for £18.49. Metre and a half of fabric, metre and a half of fabric. The thing is, even if you don't want to use that to make a little rucksack, use the bundles, something else. Now, this is one that Jo started and didn't complete. No, I'm not complaining. It's just missing the buttons. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So that's the Michael Miller. You get the bunny in sunset, you get the vanilla, the cream and the green linear, and you get the 2 threads, £19.49. So that's what that one would look like. Then I've got 2 other bundles for the rucksacks, which are these 2 here. So you can have a close look at this. This is the bicycle one for the rucksack. Okay, so you get ½ metre of the pink, ½ metre of the black, ½ metre of the black and ½ metre of the white. Okay, and then the other one, the last one, and then this one here, the one with the little sails on it, is the most popular. It's red, white, and blue. It's gorgeous, though, isn't it? Look. So the red, white, and blue look lovely with the if you mix and match it with the little first aid kit, wouldn't it? So in that one, you get 1½ metres of fabric, ½ metre of each of those, the ships, the pale blue, and the spot on. And you also get the 2 threads. Okay, now also, in the book, it's a 2-in-1 lunch tote, isn't it, that we're looking at? Is that what it's called, Paul? Yeah. So in the book, this is the book here, right? Crafty Little Things to Sew, 20 projects in there. It's a brilliant, brilliant book. One of the projects is this, right? It's called the 2-in-1 lunch tote. I think it's brilliant. So it's a lunch bag, and then when you get to have your lunch, it unfolds and it becomes a coaster or a placemat. Where is it? There. Right? So I've got 3 kits to make that one with. We've got elephants. I love this fabric. So what you get in here is you get ½ metre of the elephant. You get ½ metre of the sunshine linear. You get 2 zips in that one. And you get some thread. And you get some magnetic snaps. £22.99, there it all is. That's the elephant one. Which one? The floral one is next. Floral one next. So in this one again, you get ½ metre. It's lovely, isn't it, this fabric? ½ metre of the floral, ½ metre of the linear. And then you also get the snaps, the 2 zips and the thread, £22 and 99 pence. Now remember, that's an art gallery fabric, that one of Lucy's favourites. Okay, and then I've got last one, which is the owls. Now this is nice because you get the darker zips in this one as well. So you get the owl print fabric. You get the, I think that's indigo in the linear print there. The 2 dark zips, the dark thread, and the magnetic snaps. £21 and 99 pence. Right, where are we up to? Have you got your scissors now?
I've got my scissors.
Right.
Quite a thing to forget, really, isn't it?
Yes.
So I've made these marks and clipped them, and then we need to round the corner.
Right.
And it shows, just use a bobbin, something circular.
Whoever wrote this book, right, in one of the projects she used a DVD to make a curved corner. In this one, she's used a thread bobbin.
So I've just used one of the bobbins to do, and then I'm going to, I've drawn around it with the pen, I'm just going to trim it out, to curve these corners. There we go.
Lots of messages coming in. You carry on trimming and I'll look for the messages. Moya, morning John and Joe. What a better way to start the week than watching you two with a cup of tea. Moya, oh how lovely Moya, thank you. Margaret, just ordered the book project to do with my granddaughter next week along with some bandanas for the dogs. Oh Margaret, are they in there, the bandanas for the dogs, or are you just doing those? And Teresa, good morning John and Joe. Please wish me a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I can't think of a better way to spend the morning. Teresa and... Squirrels. Squirrels! Luna's the dog, and Luna loves it when I shout squirrels. Well, Teresa loves it when I shout squirrels, but Luna's just going crazy in the kitchen. Luna, squirrels! Right, okay.
Right, the side piece is done in exactly the same way as the main part.
Yeah.
So it's the piece cut to size, layered up with the backing slightly larger, but it gives you the sizes to cut out.
Yeah.
So I'm just trimming this down now.
Okay, and then you've quilted that just with straight lines. You haven't done crosshatch on there.
No, but it tells you to quilt it like this as well. So
I wasn't accusing you. No, it tells you to do that in the book.
I've very much stuck to the script with this one. No, it tells you to quilt it like this, and they're 1/2 inch apart. So again, I marked them in pen and then did that. And actually, I started in the centre and did them.
Oh, like you did them like a Roman toga tessellation.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I've done this, the lining for this, in a different. I thought I'd keep these different, so later on, because it's quite small, we can see which bit is which when it goes together.
All right. So what's next then?
The next job for this is to add the handle.
Okay.
So this is this piece, and it's like binding. Press in half, and then press the sides into the centre.
Okay. Alison says, morning John and Joe, loving the show. Joe, you need Lucy's toenail clippers. That's not very nice, is it? For the corners. Yes, whenever Lucy does a corner, she gets some giant toenail clippers and does a corner with those.
Ah.
I know. See, people watch and remember, don't they?
I'll have to invest in some big toenails and hide them as well.
Yes, well, you've got a house full of boys. Within a few years, they're going to be used for what they're made for, aren't they?
Yes.
So you're just making the, I don't know if you can see that actually, just folding it in half and then folding the two edges into the centre, so you've got 4 crease lines.
So it's like binding, and then all the raw edges are held inside, and also it's got that thickness now, it's 4 layers thick, so it just gives the handle a bit more.
And you don't need to put any wadding in it or anything like that, do you?
No.
No. Okay.
So there we go, folded them in, and I'm just now going to top stitch along the open side first to close it, and then to make it symmetrical along the other side. What's he checking?
No. I was just checking to see what colour you've done your stitching in, that was all. Because you've done green stitching on this one, and you've done white stitching on that one.
Well, for that one, I thought, well, I'll do that in white so that it's a contrast. So when I'm stitching it together, and then I thought, actually, it would make more sense to just use different fabric as well.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
So I've gone the whole hog in.
We've got 15 minutes left, Joe, just so you know, because you've got to get to the zip. You're taking your time
no,
so
I'm
you don't get to the zip.
No, I will get to the zip. I've checked. The zip foot's in here as well.
Have you checked?
Yes.
Well, everything was there yesterday because I did a big sewing machine show yesterday.
Hang on, this is getting a little caught.
Lots of new buyers. Lots of new buyers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. New buyers, have you joined us? Are you all Sky viewers? How did you find us? Somebody said they were just flicking through the channels the other day and they've been addicted ever since they were just flicking through the channels.
Just neaten up the threads. And then, because these are still raw edges, just press 1/2 inch under on either side. And then when we stitch this in place, those edges will be sealed.
Oh, okay.
So
you've kept the green lining, the green is all going to be the lining, but the outside is that going to be the side?
I was going to do it the other way around, so that's...
Oh, okay. So that's...
Although maybe...
No, keep on it. Happy Monday, John and Joe. Love the inspiration from Carol. Oh, thank you. None of it's mine, it's all hers.
Well, this is all
She's
from the book.
Talent. Angela, morning, John. Basil loves squirrels too. Basil's a dog, a pug.
Oh.
He sits on the back of the sofa and watches them. Love to you both. Lots of stuff from Angela in Berkshire. Oh, thank you, Angela. Tracy's, hello, John and Joe. Patiently waiting for Joe's dragon bundle to come on. Lots of Tracy. 10 o'clock. Right.
I said this was the front, didn't I? I've forgotten now.
Does it matter?
No, not really.
No.
Right, and the handle, because I've stitched, I quilted in the centre, so I know this is the... Actually, I best check before I say that.
Yes.
Haven't I? But find the centre of this, it is there. So I'll just make a mark. And 2 inches either side. And that will be the placement for the edge of the handle. So it falls there and there. And with those edges tucked under, just going to centre it and pin it in place.
So do you line that folded end up with the line that you just marked?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it will just give you a little bit of a loop in the handle.
Yeah.
But it should.
You're going to have such a heavy weight. You need to get.
Well,
your
you
hands,
need to get yes.
Get your little.
There you go. And then I'll sew these in place quickly using a rectangular box that seals in the raw edges underneath and just makes sure it's really well secured.
Oh, yes. That's a good idea.
So I'll do that quickly.
Loads of you coming in. Oh, dear. So many names of people coming in for the book. Patricia, Sheila, Helen, Margaret, Shirley, Mary, Marie, Gillian, Anne, Muriel, Annie, Lynn, Susan, Sarah, and Margarita. Ellen, Jane, Diane, Susan, Irene, Linda, Miriam, Lillian, Joan, Angela, Suzanne, Shirley, Margaret, G. It's just the initial G. And another Angela there. Well done. Thank you for joining us. Right, the blue first aid kit bundle. Half the stock's gone of that one. Still got the ones of the green. Now, Joe, is it the zip next?
There's no getting away from it, it's the zip next.
No, because we've only got 10 minutes. Ooh. Now, you are going through an awful lot of fabric there, aren't you? If you think you're going through 8 layers of the handle.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, yeah. And the wadding, and the 2 layers of the fabric. So it's a big lot to get through.
Yes, it's worth taking this slowly.
Yeah. Morning both, just ordered the book. If you replace the cross with a butterfly, could you use it as a travelling sewing case?
Oh, that would look really cute. That's a really good idea.
Don't put her off, Sarah, because she's got to do a zip now. OK,
so I need to mark the centre. I need to make sure I get this right, don't I?
Please.
I've made something else in the meantime. It's terrible. I'll use the ruler. I'll be precise. There we go, so it's 6, so there's the centre.
So you're just marking the centre edge, the centre of the short edge.
Yes. There we go.
Right.
And position the zip. Find the centre of the zip as well. Right. Because you want to make sure it
Now, when you say
nicely.
the centre of the zip, do you mean from the pinked edge or from where the teeth start?
Well, because they're pretty much level, actually I can just fold and line up the pinked edge. Look at that. A finger press. And that's the centre there.
Right.
And all these marks will come out.
Yeah, of course.
And now I need to make sure that I exactly follow so that I get the zip the right way up.
Right.
I did put that one in the right way. That makes it sound like I didn't do it last time, but it's very easy. There we go.
I'm not saying a word. Open the zipper and place it face down on the right side of the exterior piece, matching the centre mark on the zipper with the centre mark on the short edge of the exterior nearest the patchwork cross.
Right.
Which is exactly what you've done.
So I've lined up those centre points.
Yeah.
And then when we get to the corner, to ease the zip around the corner, make clips in the zipper tape.
Oh, in the zip?
But yes, because otherwise it won't go round. And this can be zigzagged later, and it's top stitched as well, so it'll hold the zip in place.
Also, the zip fabric is a woven zip. It's not going to fray away, is it?
It's not. And have a think as well, and I hope I've got this right. Which way? No, I'm not going to turn the other way. You do your pins, because with your zipper foot on, you want to make sure your pins, the heads are this end, so you can pull them out. I'm going to sew from this side.
Right.
So actually this one's in the wrong way round.
Okay.
The problem was then I thought about it. I always get it wrong if I think about it. There we go. So this is worth taking your time because it is a bit fiddly.
Yeah. So you're just pinning the zip all the way around the curve, all the way around the edge.
And as far as the clip, the marker we made earlier, we don't want to stitch beyond that because that bit will turn later to form the side. And it's the right width to stitch. You want it to be the right size to fit with this.
Yes.
So I'm going to sew as far
Only
as this.
stitch to the notch that you've put in the side.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So the end of your zip might hang over it a bit.
It does, but that's fine. That gets clipped later. There we go.
Clip your zip.
I know I need to speed up, but it's one of those things
No, I'm
where...
not rushing you, don't worry. You've got 4 or 5 minutes.
As long as that.
Are you still with us upstairs? Oh, yes, that's right. Got it, got it. I'm wondering if the... Speak to me again. I think maybe the wire that Richard gave me isn't sitting in the main box properly. That's what it could be.
Right.
Okay. Fine. I've just got to remember that when you go quiet, I'll just take it out and put it back in again.
Change my feet.
Okay. So you put your zipper foot on.
Zipper foot on. Make sure the needle's in the right position. And then I'll do this really quickly. So I can see the mark there, and I want to start from that.
Oh, you have to start on the notch mark, don't you? Don't go any further up than the notch mark.
And if you do, just remove those stitches.
Yeah. So you're sewing as close to the teeth as possible, or are you going...
As close, but not super close, because I want the zip to be able to move freely.
So you're just sewing half... oh, I can have a look now when we go around.
It's 6 mil, 1/4 of an inch-ish.
So it's kind of halfway, it's down the half point of the zip, is it? A little bit towards the nearer to you.
It's sort of what I'm comfortable with as well, which...
Yeah.
Slide that pin out of the way. So just ease it around the corners, pivot if you need with the foot up. There we go, back onto a straight edge now. So this is the fiddly bit.
The corners, or
Yes.
the zip, you mean?
Well, the zip and the corners.
Yeah. The zip and the corners.
Yeah. But it's not impossible, by any means.
Why do you ask that, Timothy? You can't switch the light off, can you, on the sewing machine?
No.
No, I thought so.
Is it a bit of glare?
Yeah. It's just glaring a little bit, that's all. And
the other side of the zip goes along the straight edge.
Yes,
so that's
I was going to say, 'cause we've only got a couple of minutes left, but I was just keeping quiet for concentration levels.
Just trying to make sure I don't stick my tongue out while I'm sewing. There we go. So we've got the zip on around the front, and then give this a good press.
Right.
All the way around. And you can zigzag if you want to run a zigzag stitch. I didn't, I just top stitched because the zip pretty much covers the raw edge of the fabric. Of course. But if you want to...
So you then top stitch around there to hold the zip into place?
Yes, and sort of hold it down. So give that a good press. And then the instructions are really nice pictures to follow.
Okay. And then how do you get that side onto? I'm not expecting you to do it now, but how do you then get this side onto that side of the zip?
I think the next stage is we line that up and sew the side of the case. No, hang on. It doesn't go on that side of the zip, does it? We want to fix.
That's it.
And make sure, again, you centre it up so that the handle will be in the right place.
Yes. So you'll have your notches on here already, so you need to put your notches on there. So you match that notch, the centre notch, and the end notch. So you go exactly the same all the way around, but with this, just at that amount of...
This edge will match up with the notch there. So, because this then will turn and fit across there. And once you've got the zip in, the bottom edge is easier because you don't have to negotiate the zip as well.
So once that line is, so you stitch both sides of the zips. One's on this side, one's on that side, but this is obviously still all open. Do you then stitch across, is the next stage to then stitch across the bottom here to secure that, or do you do that side first?
This is the bit where it took me a while to work out where I was going. So I've stitched the zip around that edge. So the zip open, these two pieces are joined.
Yes.
And then you sew this. We leave this side bit that forms the base open.
Oh, okay, that's what I was asking.
So stitch that round, and then at the very end, you can twist it, and because it's clipped, these side pieces will come together, it'd be on the inside, and then they're bound. These edges at the side, there's little binding strips, which I have somewhere. Fold them over, tuck the edges in. So shall I show on this one? But there's lots of top stitching. Instead of zigzagging here, I just did an extra line of top stitching to really hold the zip down over the raw edge.
Oh, I see. And then these bits, just back the two raw edges there and there of the end, you've just got a little binding on there to stick. Did you machine that on?
I machined that on, yes. And this seam in here zigzagged and then top stitched again to here. So whilst it's a raw edge, it's not loose. It's fastened to the side of the little case. I mean, if you didn't want any raw edges, don't top stitch this, but bind this edge as well.
Yes,
and then bind the raw edges into these sections.
Brilliant. Right, Jo's back in an hour with the dragon, which you've all been waiting for. Thank you for that, Jo.
Thank you.
Shall I go and do bundles then? Now, shall I do these two while I'm here? Because these two are here and everything else is over there. So these one here, the green one that Jo's just used here, what you get in the green one is you get a metre and a half of fabric, half a metre of the spot, half a metre of the plain green, half a metre of the white. You get the zip and the thread for £15.49. There's the bundle. Then you can also have the one that Jo had already made, which is the red, white and blue. Limited on this one. You get half a metre of the spot on blue, half a metre of the spot on red, half a metre of the white. You get the thread and you get that zip. There's the bundle. Then over here, we've got 4 rucksack bundles. 4 rucksack bundles. This is the one that Jo's already made for the last show. Now you will need, in this, if you buy this, you need some stitch on interfacing, don't you? The heavier weight interfacing if you're doing this one. So you've got the thread. Half a metre of the fabric, half a metre of the yellow, half a metre of the animals, 2 threads, £18.49. Okay. Then we've got this one, which is the orange and green one, which is gorgeous. Half a metre of sunset Michael Miller rabbits, half a metre of cream, half a metre of green, and you've got the threads. £19.49. Then I've got 2 other bundles for you. Bicycles next. So this one here, you get 1/2 metre of the bicycles on pink, 1/2 metre of the black, 1/2 metre of the cream linear, and the 2 threads. There you go, £14.99. And then the most popular backpack bundle are the little boats, the little yachts. So you get 1/2 metre of the blue yachts, 1/2 metre of the pale blue fabric, and 1/2 metre of the red spot. 2 threads, £18.49. Now, before I go on to the bundles for the little picnic bag, okay. Oh, actually, you can look at the bundles for the other 3 bundles for the other project, but you need to do this. This is your sew-in Vaseline style Villa white sew-in foamed lightweight fabric. You'll need that to make the little rucksack. £10.99. You get 1 metre of it. Book. Now, be careful of the book because Paul said, please, please, please check out because there's so many in baskets. Sold out the first time. We've got twice as many this time, but they are flying out. £14.99. So 20 projects. 1/3 of the stock is gone. So if you are watching later on, please, please, please make sure you check out your basket. Now, don't go anywhere. Amanda Wyatt is up next. We're making, she is making this lovely like swing top. It's brand new, it's a premiere today. And she loved the pattern so much, she's only made it for herself. She's only wearing it herself. So don't go anywhere. Get yourself a quick cup of tea, watch the adverts. Amanda and I will be back here with a lovely Pontoroma swing top in 3 minutes from now.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
Simply Sewing is a magazine for dressmakers and home sewists who are passionate about fabrics and love to sew with stylish patterns. Each issue is packed with technical know-how, templates and easy-to-follow instructions to sew yourself quick wardrobe updates, accessories, plushy toys, gifts, bags and more. Plus, each issue comes with a free dress pattern from our expanding trend-led collection. We're proudly flying the flag for contemporary sewing with stylish patterns and beautiful photography to inspire sewists across the globe at every level.
Hello, my name's Jess Entwistle and these are my 3 top tips. My first top tip is number 1, iron as you go. Always press because you will never regret it, but you always will if you don't. Top tip number 2, use small stitches. The smaller the stitches, the stronger the join in your fabric. Tip number 3, it's only fabric. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. Start again or change your direction.
Join us on Wednesday the 14th of February when Victoria Peat will be here to make a stylish patchwork poof from Simply Sewing magazine. This practical addition to your home decor uses a fun foundation paper piecing method which Victoria demonstrates along with her top tips and professional techniques for perfect results. Once you know how simple it is, you can snap up one of our kits complete with step-by-step instructions. We've got fabric options to suit everyone. So tune in and prepare to transform your home on Wednesday the 14th of February at 10 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @SewingQuarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air. Love Patchwork and Quilting is the best-selling modern quilting magazine that shares your passion for fabric. We publish 13 times a year, featuring must-make projects, essential techniques, interviews, news and reviews from the world of modern quilting, Every issue also comes with a free gift.
Amanda Wyatt's back, she's better, and she's raring to go. Isn't this lovely? It's a premiere pattern. We've not brought it for you before, but what I love is look at the way all the lines all kind of, ooh. But then look, see here, there's only a pocket. There's only a pocket. Now, Amanda's gone one little step further, because she's lined the pocket with a different Ponte Roma. Now, you don't have to do that, but if you've got some Ponte Roma from us, and you've got some left, because we all say keep your little bits for your stash, maybe you could use one of the ones you've got as your lining for your pocket. You don't have to. You can do it in all the stripy. You can do it all in all, whichever one you choose. So let me show you. It's nice, isn't it? Very flattering, that. Because if you don't like your hips, it's brilliant, isn't it? Look, I should show you around. Very simple back, but then you've got that lovely, like the waistcoat drop front, isn't it? I'm busy looking at my, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Right, it's, as I said, it's a premiere pattern. This is the pattern. It comes in 2 size ranges. Okay, so you do that one first. It's got large to double XL. I'll go through all the sizes with you in a second when we go over to the other side and I can find my glasses. So that's the large to double XL. And we also have it here, extra small to medium. Now, it's labelled A and B. There's very little difference between the A and the B. I'll ask Amanda about that when we go over. But it's lovely, isn't it? Okay, right, it's going straight in the basket. It's going straight in the basket. Right, I've got loads of fabrics to show you. So let's start with the colours. Let's start with the solid colours that I've got here. So I've got black over there, but I'll put black there. Right, so I've got black first. Black Ponte Roma, they're all the same price, so I'll whiz through these as quickly as I can. So you've got the black Ponte Roma, 60 inches wide, remember, £3 or £3.99 for the black. Then, yeah, just tell me the next colour. Okay, purple, which is these colours are all very, very, very popular. So there's the purple. The purple and the teal and the navy sell really quickly. If you are new to us and you're thinking, oh, I'll come and get that later, please be careful. Okay, so that's the purple. This is the teal. Now, I need to warn you, I've only got 5 meters in stock of the teal. I'll look at the pattern when I go over and work out how much fabric you need. Or if you want me to find out for you in a particular size, then just message into Little Paul and he'll pass it on to me and I'll tell you. So that's the teal. Navy blue. Navy blue. I only got 8 meters of the navy blue. I'm ever so sorry. I don't know. You know, I'm ever so sorry they're so low. I thought we'd got them all in. Okay, and then I've got the sorry. Navy blue. It's nice, that. It's lovely, rich colour, isn't it? And then I've got the mild grey. It's nice, this one, isn't it? Mild grey. That's lovely. This top is going to serve you well, isn't it? It's going to be one of those you throw on, wear it with your leggings, wear it with your jeggings, wear it with your jeans, wear it with the skirt. £3.99. Now, these are all navy-based ones, these. So this, did you make yours out the black or the navy? Yours is the black, isn't it? So this is the navy stripe. Now, remember, the stripes go across the fabric. So that's the navy stripe. Nice. It's nice, isn't it? Lovely. So that's the navy stripe. Then we've got the ivory with navy. So that's you'll see, yeah. The opposite. There you go. See, that's the one I just showed you. This is the one I'm going to show you now. £3.99, remember, for half a metre. So it's ivory background, navy stripe, £3.99. Then I've got some spots, which are gorgeous. So I've got the navy background with the ivory spot. They're all £3.99. We just have to run through them all, then they'll all be on the website underneath the picture for you then. Okay, then I've got the ivory with the navy spot. Now, this is a very, very dark navy. That might look black on your telly, but it's a very, very dark navy. Okay. Nice. And then just 3 more. These are black-based ones, these. So I've now got black with an ivory stripe, which is the one that Amanda's used to make that one with. Okay, $3.99. Then I've got black with ivory spot, which I love all these. Classic, isn't that? I'm going to make it look very, well, very 50s, isn't it, that one? Graphics coming in. And then last but not least, we've got the houndstooth one, which is lovely. It might, oh, do you know what I should do? I should open this one out to show you how wide the fabric is, shouldn't I? Oh, I think, hang on. Well, hang on, I thought they were 60 inches wide. This one's been snipped into, I think. Yeah, they are 60 inches wide. I think that one's been snipped. Oh, no, hang on. No, my bad. There you go. What you need to do is, if you want to see the composition, just go to the website. Just go to the website, you want to see the composition. 60 inches wide, there you go. Sorry, couldn't see the selvage on that. Right, let's get on. Right, let's go and see Amanda. Now, I was about to say, as the lurgy gone, and she starts to go, how are you feeling?
I'm much better. I couldn't have got any worse.
No.
I am so sorry for last time.
That's all right. She texted me, was it a Sunday?
Sunday night, and I was like,
I can't get out of my bed, I'm really shivering. I was like, don't worry, I'll try and get in for the morning. I was like, don't be silly. And then it was like, there's no way I'll get in the morning.
It was just like, my skin hurt, everything hurt. Oh. And I just got visions of like, not being able to stand up or like bobbing over on air.
Yeah, well, that's the last thing. Right, this is gorgeous, this top, isn't it?
It is.
Because half the stock of the pattern's already gone, just so you know. Because this is in a different, we don't do this print, but that's what it can look like in a different print as well. Yep. Now, let me just have a look. What's the most amount of fabric you'll need?
2¼ 220.
So you'd have to pay 2.5. You have to pay 2.5 from us. So 2.5 meters, the largest that you need. The smallest you'd need is 2 meters. 2 meters. So, right, let's get on with it, because I know what you like. You'll whiz through the whole thing. But now, again, the first question will be, we've got an overlocker. In a minute, I've got a special deal on the overlocker today. But if you haven't got an overlocker, is it 100% necessary?
No.
But it helps.
It just finishes, it's just literally for finishing purposes, because your pont roamers are not going to fray, it's not going to go anywhere. And to be honest, on the black one, we can turn it inside out as well, because if anybody's thinking about doing the stripes and pattern matching, okay, I actually pattern matched from the top and top stitched it in.
Right, okay.
Because like when you're trying to baste and it keeps slipping.
Excuse me. We're having a bit of an issue with your necklace rubbing on you. Oh, and I don't want to take it off. There you go, there you go.
So yeah, to actually sort of match it up, then I sort of came from the top. So this one's not actually overlocked all the way through on some of the bits. They're just literally twin needled through. So just to prove that you don't actually need it all the time.
So now where do we, oh cracky, what's happened there? Morning, John and Amanda. So excited to see this top being made. It's going to be my first overlocker make. Love from June in Eastbourne.
Hi, June.
Right, okay, so where do we start then?
Okay, it's a nice simple pattern. There's quite a few little bits to it, but it shouldn't put sort of somebody that's got a beginner that's got a garment or two underneath their belts.
Did you say it was her first jersey one?
Jersey,
yes,
yeah. So, June's been messaging me and I'm like, no, you'll be fine, you'll be fine.
The thing is, Ponte Roma, if you're going to do your first jersey project, Ponte Roma, I think, is the best to do it with, because it's a two-way stretch, isn't it? Which means it goes that way, but not that way. Yeah. If you get if yours a two-way or a four-way, sometimes if you get a four-way stretch, I would say it's like Mercury, isn't it? It just kind of does this, doesn't it? It goes everywhere, and it's difficult if you're a beginner to actually control it. So Ponte Roma fabric is brilliant for the first. Loads of you coming in. There's something wrong with my thing, but there you go. Right, okay.
Okay then, so the first little thing you're going to do is that the top is made up of a yoke piece and then the shaped area through the bottom, okay? So you're going to do some stay stitching around the neck. So it's really important to stay stitched from the shoulder to the centre and not go all the way around.
Okay, right. This could be the first time. You haven't been on Sky yet, have you?
No, I haven't. Hello,
so this is Amanda Wyatt. She's our jersey queen, really. Stay stitch, what do you mean by stay stitch?
Okay, so stay stitching is what it says. It's going to stay in. It's your normal stitch length. You're going to come just inside your seam allowance, okay, and it just stops the neck areas or anything on a curve stretching out. Now it's important to go from shoulders into the centre, because what we want trying to do is if you start going round and you do sort of stretch out, it's just there, it's going to shift it, okay? So by coming from shoulders in, you're actually going to keep that shape
constant. So you've literally stitched from this shoulder seam to the centre, from that shoulder seam to the centre, rather than going all the way around.
That's right.
Okay, brilliant.
and then you then stay stitch again then on the curve.
Oh, because the bottom of that panel is a curve, isn't it? Yeah.
Through on there. So we're then going to sew these together. Now the difference, because obviously you just sort of said about the A and B.
Yeah.
Is literally the finishings on the pocket and whether you want to top stitch or not.
So that really it's the same top, just with different finishes.
Just, yeah.
Anne says, would Amanda recommend washing the Ponte Roma before you cut it out?
I always recommend washing your fabric before you do so.
I thought you'd be too impatient. Because I've seen you when fabric arrives in your shop.
Sometimes a little bit, but it's kind of like do as I say, not do as I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, where possible, always just throw it through a cycle, just on a quick wash.
Yeah.
Just freshens it up, it takes any finishes off, and if there is going to be any movement within the fabric, it's better to do it at that point before you've cut out.
Now, this seam that you're doing here, they seem to be matching. It's not like, they don't look like they're opposites going together. They seem to be just matching together really, really well.
Yeah, they match beautifully. I love Catherine Tilton designs. It's a very sort of on the vogue. It's very classic. She does a lot of designs on a similar vein.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yep.
So we're then going to just stitch around.
Okay, so now you're going to do this on a machine. Now, June, who's got a machine and an overlocker, would she overlock this one or would she machine this one?
I would recommend, if you've not done the pattern before, I always recommend just machine stitching it first, do a few little sort of sizings, try-ons, because if you go through the overlocker and you use all your 5/8 seam allowance, you've got nowhere to manoeuvre.
Right. Okay, June, did you get that, my love?
So, I mean, this little bit through here isn't that essential because it's more on the length area. But yeah, when I've never done a pattern before, I'll always
sew it and then
or even machine based on sometimes.
The teal Ponte Roma is sold out, just so you know, and the purple won't be far behind it. And the navy is now low in stock as well. So that's the teal that's... Okay,
just having a take.
Oh, now if you're wondering about this top and that dress, I've got the patterns for those later. And that one needs folding there.
So it's a great pattern, again, if you do want to mix and match. I mean, obviously I've done like the opposites with the spots and the stripes in the pockets. When I was sent the brief, Adele just went, yeah, do whatever you want. And I did play around with putting spots and stripes.
Well, I was about to say, because you've got that
colour blocking
going across here, you could maybe do the top in spots and that bit in stripes, or the top in stripes and that bit in spots. No, I don't know if I'd do that way round. Because if it was my belly, that'd be accentuating the belly, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Whereas, but you could play around with, if you've got some Ponte Roma home, you play around with a different pattern.
Colour block with it really well.
Yeah.
Because the back section as well is really nice, because that's actually made up from a couple of sections.
Karen, my love, this is a different top. This is a different, I'll be showing you the pattern for this top in a minute. So this cowl neck doesn't go with this top. They're two different tops. Sorry, I should have explained that. That one and the dress are there, are different patterns that are coming up later. This one just has the round neck. It doesn't have a cowl neck.
Okay. You could, if you wanted to, you could put...
Oh, here we go. Karen, are you listening?
You can do a bit of a pattern hack if you wish to. So you could sort of like double check out if you had that pattern, just to check if the neckline was the same sort of size, but just literally measure around the neck opening of this one.
Yeah.
And take off maybe about sort of 5–10%, and then just cut a panel that's double the thickness of what you want, because you're going to fold it in half, and the length just 10% shorter than that. Sew it down the short area, put your seam at the back and attach it, and you've got your cowl.
2 for the price of 1.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so that then fits through.
Now, do you press Ponte Roma as you're going?
I do normally. I mean, we're fine sort of today.
Yeah, I was going to say we're the iron today.
Yeah. Okay, so you may have a couple of sort of waffles like I've got through there, but that will press out.
Right.
Okay, and it's also because the seam allowance.
Can I just say, a waffle isn't a pucker. If you've got a pucker, you'll need to unpick that one.
Yeah.
But a waffle is just where it just kind of is a little bit bouncy.
Bouncy, yeah. So the reason for that is, one, the seam allowance is still too big.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got an overlocker, just cut that down. You can use pinking shears, but you can use normal scissors if you want to. And that will immediately lie flatter through.
Yeah.
At this point, if you then wanted, you can top stitch through, so you can use your twin needles.
But would you cut the seam allowance down before you did the top stitching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or then you can then overlock it through.
But you don't have to do a twin needle. If you haven't got a twin needle, you could do a single needle.
You could do a single needle.
Yeah.
And you could use one of your decorative stitches if you wanted to
Yeah.
as well. So
Now that's a good question. If you do decorative stitch on a Ponte Roma, does it need to be a stretch stitch, or will it just be all right as a
it will be okay
straightforward?
because, especially on this sort
Well,
of
it's got
style,
no-
because it's not actually taking any sort of pull
Brilliant.
across the body. Okay.
Leanne says she's a novice at making girls' clothes. So you're looking forward to making this tunic next month with Amanda. Leanne from Tamworth.
Hello,
Oh, excuse me, you're
lovey.
nicking my ideas now.
What?
Well, so we've done it first.
We're doing a course on it.
Huh?
Yeah, we're doing it.
There's one of, just so you know, Amanda does lessons in her shop in Tamworth. One of Jane Alcock's ladies is going to come to you to do, because Jane Alcock's quilting, she does all quilting in her shop, and she wants to know how to get in touch with you to do dressmaking. So she's given her your, well, she asked me for your details to get in touch with you.
Yeah, no problem.
Can I ask, I've never ordered material before, am I correct in ordering 4 units for the top? Loving the show. Right, 4 units is 2 meters. So what I need to know is, if you're a small size, if you're the extra small, the small, or the medium, you need to order 2 meters. And if you're the large, the extra large, or the XXL large, you need to order 2.5. So 2 meters is 4 units on the web, and 2.5 meters is 5 units, because we sell the fabric in half-meter increments. And Jennifer, as new to sewing clothes, can you tell me, if I buy tops and I buy a size 14 normally, would I go for a larger size pattern? I love your sewing demonstrations.
No, you should be absolutely fine. It is true to size. I did the medium, and I'm sort of a 14, so yeah, it's fine.
Me.
What I would say, maybe through the arms is, and a couple of the reviews, it is a little bit narrower through the arms.
You mean actually on the sleeve?
Yeah, and because of it has got stretch, but it's not as stretchy. So if you are sort of thinking, oh yeah, you might just want to go up on the sleeve areas, because it is just a slightly narrower cut on the sleeves.
And you don't have chunky arms, but what I'm saying is the front of it is very, very loose, and they are fitted sleeves on the pattern. So you might want to just widen the sleeve pattern.
Yeah, either just utilise your seam allowance, or just sort of take that out a little bit, just to sort of give yourself a little bit more room.
That's all you need, really,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for all your questions. We love getting your questions.
Certainly do.
So we've got the front section.
So that's the front section done. So the back section is made up. So this is the side back section.
Right.
Okay. So it looks a little bit
So is this the bit that goes
peculiar.
under the arm here?
Yes. So if we bring this forward. So you have a centre back section, and as I say, this is where you could really go to town with sort of mixing
Oh, yes,
and
I
matching.
haven't even seen that. So there's a whole new panel there.
Yeah, it's just because my pattern matching so
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Pattern matching is brilliant.
Okay, so yeah, you could actually sort of put a block into that and then come round with patterns.
Yes.
So it's such a good, that's why I was like, that's why I like her design.
Yeah, brilliant.
Lots of different things to do. So this is this side section, okay, which then comes under the arm and through to the side.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And that just shows you, if you did use a different fabric, how dramatic the look could be.
Yeah. But so you could put sort of a solid through the side if you wanted that sort of like slimming area.
Silhouette shape.
Okay, and then go through those. So again, because you've got this deep curve through that inner back, there is a stay stitch from the top to midpoint on there. All right?
Yeah.
So I've already attached the one side, and I've done the one pocket, and then I'll show you the pocket frontage.
Okay.
So we can put the back on. So the notches all matched up absolutely like a dream.
So you've matched your. This is why it's very important if you're new to it. It's very important. All the notches they put on the pattern. It's really, really important to transfer them through to your actual garment pieces.
It is, yeah. I have lots of ladies, so we do a lot of dressmaking. Lots of ladies sort of go, oh, I forgot to put my you know, or do I really need to bother with these? And it's like, well, they are there for a reason. And it's amazing when they do actually, you bring it together and you're like, oh my gosh, they do.
Yes.
They match up.
They're there for a reason. They're there for a reason. They're not just there for options.
Yeah, because especially when you are sort of like cutting through biases, the fabric's going to sort of stretch, and when you're working with a stretch fabric as well, then you've got that double the amount.
Yes. Now, the other thing is, if you've got some jersey at home, I mean, the Ponte Roma is fantastic for it, but if ever you see a jersey pattern, you see at the base of the pattern here, it's got a stretch guide, and what happens is, if you're thinking, I wonder if this would work for this, if you've got a piece of fabric that's that long, if it stretches to here or beyond, then it's perfect for this pattern. If it only stretches to like there, then don't make this pattern out of it. Your fabric has to stretch to the second arrow there.
Yeah, I think it
Just
recommends. I think it recommends a 35% stretched fabric.
Oh, does it?
But again, you sort of go, well, okay, 35%. What's 35% of my stretch? And so those little guides are really good.
But you could make this top out of, you know, like sweatshirt jersey, couldn't you? Like that kind of, you know, like a, I want to say tracksuity.
Yeah,
that
like
kind
a fleece.
Of fleece, yes, and things like that. As long as it's got a stretch on it, you're fine. So what are you doing now? You're sewing down.
Okay, so I'm sewing this back section in. So that's how sort of quick it is, because you've got your front, although it's got quite a few different components to it, it's not onerous on the construction element to it.
Yeah.
I think the longest part, which is obviously what I'm going to show you afterwards, is the pocket piece.
Yes, because a lot of people be frightened about that kind of hidden pocket. Well, it's kind of a hidden pocket and a non-hidden pocket all in one, isn't it?
Okay, so I shall go through the different variations. The design is for the pocket to be on the front.
Yeah.
And so, again, you're then going to sort of make top stitch as your element. Then when I did mine, I've actually inserted mine. Okay, so that's why mine is like on the inside. So, but the design is to be on the
yes,
outside.
I see what you mean. Yes, it's not on the outside.
Yeah.
Very quickly, though, before we move on, if you did want to make it on the overlock and you haven't got yourself an overlocker yet, brilliant deal today. This overlocker, which is the Elna 664 Pro, always costs you £449. Always costs you £449. What we're doing today is we're going to, it's still £449, but £31.80 worth of thread is thrown in on the deal. You can buy the 4 threads in the blue, the black, the grey and the white, but we're throwing in the 4 grey ones as a deal for you.
Okay, so I'm going to overlock down on this one now, because again, the seam allowance needs to come off because of that curved area, because it's going to be too bulky. So again, either trim it down, reduce it down to about 1/4 of an inch, or you can overlock.
Okay.
Okay. So on the overlocker, because it's a slightly heavier fabric.
We'll be able to see this or not? I don't think we will.
Yeah, can we get in? So although it looks as though that I've got my 4 threads on.
Yes.
Okay, I'm actually only using 3.
Oh,
It's just because I went, oh, aesthetically it'll look nicer with them on. Okay, so I'm actually using my lower looper, my upper looper, and I'm using the left-hand needle. And the reason why I'm using the left-hand needle is because it's a slightly thicker, heavier fabric. Okay, so we want a slightly wider finish on it. Okay,
right, got it.
So I've got my 2 notches on the front of the toe of the overlocker, and I'm running the left-hand toe, the left-hand notch of the toe, which is in line with the left-hand needle. So if I'm keeping that in line with my original stitch mark, I'm getting right in nice and close.
But if you wanted to, if you were at home now, you could make the whole thing on the overlocker, couldn't you? If you obviously couldn't do that top stitching line that we've talked about, but if you just want to construct it, you can construct it on the overlocker itself.
That's right. So I've gone down, we've used the grey, so it'll hopefully show up that little bit more, so the camera can get it in.
Yeah, it's coming in now.
Okay. So we've just finished off through there. So obviously I used white sort of thread, and it's just literally sitting inside the looper.
So what it is you've cut away your seam allowance, but you haven't made it smaller.
No.
It's still stitched on the line, the 5/8 line where it's meant to be stitched.
That's right.
Is it 5/8 on this pattern? Yeah.
It is, yeah. So straight away you can see how that is sitting so much flatter than it was before. Okay.
Okay.
Righty-ho.
So next.
So, let's move these away. So our pockets. So you've got this front insert handkerchief area.
Also, I've just got to remind you, if you do get an overlock as well, it's still in £2.95 posted packaging. And I'll show you technical details in a second, but we just need to get the pocket sorted.
Okay. So this is your pocket front area. Okay.
Right.
And then you've got your 2 pocket pieces. So I've got...
So this is the actual physical pocket
itself, and this is the handkerchief area that it's going to sit on. So we've got a stripe and a dot.
Right. But if you just buy one of the fabrics, you do both of those in the fabric.
Yeah, you'd cut four of the pattern pieces, but it is written on it that you'll need to cut 4.
Yes.
But as I say, I was just sort of having a play about
It's just Amanda's design features, because we sent her the different poncheromas. But if you just do buy because obviously the minimum you can buy is ½ a metre, and you might not want to buy ½ a metre just to do a pocket lining. But having said that, it's always good to have in your stash this poncheroma, isn't it?
Oh,
because the amount of times you suddenly think a cow neck, or I can make a cow neck out of that, or I can make something else out of that. You know what I mean? So it's good to have around. Right.
Okay, so on your pattern piece, you've got these large dot areas, okay, and you're going to stitch in between those.
Just get the camera onto that there. So you sew between there and there.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to stitch in between, still using your 5/8 seam
But that
allowance.
looks like an enormous seam allowance for the pocket, or am I thinking wrong here? I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it, and then I'll ask.
Normally, when we put an inset pocket, we'd only use 1 centimetre to start with, because then you've got that little bit of turn. But this is because it's actually the design feature of it. Okay.
Yeah. We have so many people messaging. You make this look so easy.
It is easy.
And a lot of people are terrified about using jersey, aren't they?
No,
but it's kind of it's like being frightened. The apprehension is worse than the actual thing, isn't it? You're like, oh, can't jersey, it's stretch. But once you've mastered it, it's fantastic.
It is.
And sorry, just stitch between the 2 circle
Just
marks.
literally stitch between those 2.
Yeah.
And then what you're going to do is just literally put 2 little slash lines. Okay, you're going to cut through.
Now you're using duck-billed scissors, but you can just do this with normal scissors.
Oh yeah. It's just that these are nice and sharp. So we're going to cut up. I'm just cutting in at a slight angle.
Right.
Okay. So I'm just cutting up to that line.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we open it out.
Right.
We turn it. But the pieces that we haven't cut, that haven't stitched, get turned out.
Okay.
Yeah?
Got it now.
So again, give it a nice press.
Yeah.
You could, if you wanted to, you could understitch. The pattern doesn't say to understitch, but you could understitch.
Yeah.
And understitching, if you've not used to the terminology, is you would open it out and you would stitch along what you call your facing, so your inner pocket, and you're literally going to put your guide, your foot, just on the edge of the seam, and you're going to stitch about 3 millimetres away from that edge stitch.
Inside your pocket, so you're never ever going to see it, because it doesn't come through to this side. It's not like top stitching, is it? You don't come through to this side.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
So, and what you're doing is you're attaching that pocket facing to the seam allowances, and it really flattens it down. And what it does, it actually then helps it to flip back and sit back on itself, and so you won't see anything poking through.
Okay.
Okay. So we bring that out. So you can then just baste together this long edge, just so we can then class it as one piece of fabric. Because then this
because that's not actually the pocket. That's just the flap of the pocket.
Yeah, this is your pocket front, and then this will be your pocket back.
Got it. I sussed now.
It's like that penny dropping.
Yes.
Ching.
Yeah. Get a lot of those in my life.
So I'm just going to baste just down the edge. So again, a basting stitch is what we always used to do as a hand running tacking stitch, but on a machine it's called basting. So
it's just a bigger stitch.
Bigger stitch, turn your machine up to the longest stitch length that it'll go to, and you can actually turn your thread tension down as well if you want to, and then the basting stitch will come out a lot easier.
But you have to be careful that it doesn't start gathering it up if you're doing your biggest stitch, don't you? Because your biggest stitch is also your gathering stitch, isn't it?
Yeah, it will sort of gather, but it will sit nice and flat through.
So it's just a hold, it's just tacking into place, yeah. Brilliant.
So the different options then, so you can now, if you want to, actually overlock around that edge.
Is that what you've done on this one?
So this is what we've got here. And again, if you wanted to, you could go decorative. Normally, I'm always like, no, you've got to use overlocking thread. You've got to use the overlocking thread. You could use a lovely variegated thread if you wanted to, because it's decorative.
But also, it is just decorative. It's not holding anything.
No.
So you'd use the overlocking stitch for all your construction, but this is just a decorative stitch going around the bottom there. So if you want to do it, I think it's quite nice just to keep to the black and the white when you're doing the monochrome.
But if you're working with any of the other colours, as I say, you know, you can go as daft and as mad as you want to.
So is that what you're going to do with this one? You're going to do something different?
So I can go round with that one. So that's your option 1, is to actually do a decorative stitch.
Yeah.
The option 2 is to actually then attach it onto your frontage, okay, and actually top stitch it round or twin needle round, and then you would then trim off the excess, okay, and that's where your build scissors would come in absolutely fantastically, because you can then cut right in and get through on those. Okay.
So what are you going to do now then?
So I may as well, because I've already done the one.
Okay.
Although we're in grey, so it doesn't matter, but it'll show up nicely.
Hello, John. Is the top Amanda wearing the same style as the one she's making, please? Yes, Christine. Chris, it is. It's exactly the same, just a different fabric. We haven't got the fabric that hers is made out of. Sorry. I've stepped back so you can see the overlocker. We're finished now.
Okay, so again, with that grey, that looks quite nice going through.
Okay. Oh, sorry, no, it's just around the edge.
Yeah, so it's just around the edge through there.
Right.
And then you then line up your pieces.
Okay.
Okay. And you're going to top stitch then, and you lose that stitch line, and you're literally going to just stitch around the edge of your overlocking, just to anchor that into place.
The one, what, with the navy background? So the Ponte Roma navy background with the cream spot on the ivory spot, that's sold out as well now. The opposite, it's the opposite, it's the you know, the contrast one to this one.
Okay, and so then that's your pocket.
Yep.
All right. So we'll stitch this into place. So take my stitch length back down. So again, to get a nice level, I'm just putting the edge of the presser foot on the edge of the pocket, and I'm just going to move the needle across. So again, it's just going to sit on the edge of that overlocking. Okay. Keep moving my pins.
It's quite an easy curve to get round, so you don't have to pivot on that one so much. So that's just top stitching the bottom of the pocket, the curve of the pocket.
Just top stitch that into place. So there we are.
Okay.
You're not going to lose any of your small change.
Well, hopefully not putting small change in there.
Okay.
All right.
So then we've then got, so this is it on this side.
Right.
Okay. So these on that side piece that we've first put on, move that out of the way. So if we can reopen it up. So we have our back centre section.
Yeah.
Our two side pieces.
Okay, it's coming in now.
Okay.
So this is your centre back section. These are your two side sections.
Yeah, so you've got your side back, which comes round to the front.
Yeah.
And then I've already popped on that first handkerchief section.
Okay.
Okay. And then this section then will then match on onto there. Yeah, it will. Onto there. Okay? I hope it will. Unless I've made a boo-boo.
You've done 2 right-hand pockets?
No, I haven't. I know I haven't. Because I fitted in. Okay.
Oh, no, that's it.
That's it. That's it. Goes onto there.
Okay.
Okay. You got me worried then. But I was like, no, I haven't. Okay, so they then will fit in on that piece.
Okay, brilliant.
So we're going to stitch that on. So what you're going to do is you've got this area which was going to get caught into the seam allowance.
Yep.
And then you'll still continue to stitch across, but that 5/8 is just taking that front edge away. So you will miss it, and then you'll then attach that through there.
We'll just do this seam, and then I'll go over and do fabrics and patterns again, and then I'll come back.
Okay.
But I'll just let you see how this is done.
And then while you're doing that, I can pop the front in. Never know, where are we on time? Might even have a...
You're 37, you're right.
A near finished garment. Okay, so our notches are matching up again. So we pin in.
Okay. So the only bit when you're stitching this is just watch you don't catch the pocket opening. Really.
Yeah, but you can feel it because obviously you're going through like 4 layers.
Yes.
And then there's only 2 in this centrepiece.
Or if you're a little bit, you could put a coloured hand tacking stitch just on the edge of the pocket so you know not to run over that bit. Yeah. Because if you suddenly realise it's gone thicker, you're there, aren't you? You've already hit it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Turn off and turn on.
There's a C button. You know what? You can press that C button there, and that takes exactly the same.
Well, there you go.
See? I knew that. Well, I didn't. Some get to. It was Sewing Nut, wasn't it? Messaged in to tell us that.
Okay, so I'm just running my finger down the edge of that pocket. And I know that I'm not sewing on top of it.
Adele says, morning John, love the show as always. Youngest off on a school trip and need to take her to the station. I'm worried I'm going to miss out on the dragon. Oh, Adele. We'll be doing the dragon's 20 minutes. What time's her train? Could you miss her train? Adele, we have got loads of them. How long is it going to take you to get to the train station and back? I wish I could save you one, but I can't do that, I'm afraid.
They are so cute.
Well, the sheep, day before yesterday, sold out in 6 minutes. We had hundreds of them.
Oh,
They're
my
going to be
life.
fine for the week and everything. Right.
Okay, so we've stitched that into place. Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's where
there's your pocket there.
Through that area.
Okay, so this bit's still open. Don't panic, this bit's still open because that's not going to a seam yet.
So we open out. So we've now got our matching pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't go any further. Stop there. Stop right there. Because I'm going to go and do patterns and this, and then we can do the front. We'll do the front.
Okay.
I've got plenty of time to do it.
I'll just start pinning then.
All right then, but don't think don't think you're not allowed to do. Right, pattern first. Now be careful on the extra small or the small size. Oh, they're both now. Both apparently. The extra small one. There's only 5 left once you've all checked out. There's only 5 of those left when you all check out. So that's the extra small, small and medium. And the other size here, large, extra large, XXL. Okay, there are too many people now got that in their basket than we've actually got patterns, so you do need to check out on that one. Okay, oh, big time. Right, there are 7 left. There are 7 left, but 16 people have got it in their baskets. You need to check out. Harriet, if you're watching, we need more of these, please. She's there. She's looking very glamorous today, Harriet. The other patterns, did you say? I've got to do the premiere first. I've got another premiere pattern here. Hang on a second. Here we go. This one, which again comes in the 2 different sizes. We haven't got this one made. This is a premiere. The pattern's just arrived. 12.99. It's the Vogue side drape tunic sewing pattern. So it comes in the two different sizes, large, extra large, and XXL. 12.99. That's that code that you need there at the top. And then if you want the other size, the extra small, small, and medium, which is this one. Oh, are there 3 sizes of that one? So I do apologise. Oh, yes, sorry, there are. My bad. Okay, right, okay, so I've got it in. Which one have you put in now? Extra small, small, and medium is that one. No, no, they're both extra small, small, medium. No, I haven't. All I've got is extra small, small, medium, extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, extra, extra large. Okay? Well, no, 4 to 14 will be the small, the medium, and the large. Okay. Just oh, yes, they're 2 different codes. Same pattern, 2 different codes. Exactly the same pattern, Paul, though. Okay. Okay, same pattern. Right, okay, so that's that one. Then we've got the lovely cowl neck top over there with the wraparound front. I've only got one of those patterns. Yeah, I've only got one of those. That's this one. So this is only in the extra small, small, and medium. That's all I've got. I haven't got that one in a larger size. $8.99. Then I've got the crossover front dress, which is this one, which I've also only got in one size, which is the 8 to 16. 8 to 16, that's the black dress, don't know if you've seen much of it, the crossover, it's a top or a dress that Amanda's made in the past. I only got 6 of those, unfortunately. Then I've got 2 other dresses. Now, we've got this one, but it's hanging on a rail somewhere. It's a lovely ruched front one. What I'll do is I'll show you the front, but then I'll just show you the back so you can see better how it does. It's got a crossover ruched front. $7.99, so it comes in the 6 to 14, which is that one. And then 14 to 22, which is this one, Lisette. Okay, and then the last one is the bodycon dress. Comes in the 2 sizes again. These are all brilliant for Ponte Romas. $16 to 26. That's that one. And then we also have it in the smaller sizes. That one was 16 to 26. And then this one's 4 to 14. See, look at that in the lovely stripe. That would look gorgeous in the stripe. Now, what Paul's going to do is, rather than us sit here and do that, he'll put the graphics in for the cottons. So you'll see those going round. I'm not going to go through them because we need to get back on with the shopping. Okay?
Okay, so I'm pinned into place. So we're going to...
So which scene is this? This is the other side of the pocket.
Yeah, so this now is coming from the underarm through to the front. So
yeah.
we're popping in these 2 front pieces that we've done.
It almost looks like it should, because you normally don't sew a seam going that way down there. It would always be that way normally. So don't think you're doing it wrong if it feels like you're going in the wrong direction.
Okay, and then this intersection, again, whether the camera can get in. This intersection, so from the curve, should meet in. Okay, so you've should have a 4-way cross intersection.
Hang on, we're just bringing camera 2 in to show you there. So you can't see it on this because she's matched the stripe so brilliantly.
Okay, so just that, yeah, through here, yeah. So you've got a 4-way intersection through there. What I would recommend is, to make sure that you get that absolutely spot on, is just, again, based sort of an inch either side. Just turn it out, check that it's in place, because you always can get a little bit of walk-in and movement with the fabric, and there's nothing more annoying than when you turn it out and it's just
especially doing the stripy one, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, with the pattern matching on this one, as I say, I did start putting it together and it kept walking, and I was just...
Yeah. Yeah.
So I literally, and I knew that I'd cut it to match. So I put a basting line in on my 5/8 as my marker, and then I laid it on top of the other pattern piece and then pinned it in and then top stitched it into place. And that way it just took a lot of the stress out of it. Okay, so off we go then. So we've got these 2 areas to do on that. Now I haven't basted that intersection, so fingers crossed. You can just know that it's not going to work.
The thing is, I wouldn't be too, I can't think of the word, because it's movement, it's not like, you know, if you've got a tight bodice and you don't match your seams, then everybody can see it. Whereas this top, it's on the move, it's floaty, it's got lots and lots of fluidity to it. So it's not, I know it's nice to have it perfect, but don't beat yourself up. If it's not, it's a top. Do you know what I mean? It's not life and death, it's a top. And I just think that things, little quirks like that are quite nice. But
yeah, and it's like, again, you know, I have my ladies and I'm trying to educate them or beat it into them that when they wear something and people go, oh, that's really nice, to actually go, thank you very much. Not, oh, yeah, but I just missed a little bit and there was a little bit here.
Isn't that funny? I used to do exactly the same. I would make clothes for people, I would make costumes for films and everything, make something for myself, and if someone said, oh, it's nice, I went, oh, yeah, but the pocket's not in right place. Do you know what I mean? And it's like...
Yeah. I mean, it's only because we know every single stitch, yeah, it's just off. We just know that it's like every single stitch that goes into a garment or every stitch that's been unpicked that we've had to do. So, you know, it's, as I say, you just sort of go, yeah, it's, thank you very much.
Yeah. Adele says she'll be gone for 30 minutes. Tom, her youngest, says hi. He wants to watch the show when he gets back. Go, but drive carefully. Drive carefully. Oh.
Okay. I think it's because I'm not using a ballpoint needle.
A pardon?
Not using a ballpoint needle.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Yeah,
the larger size patterns of this are sold out now, just so you know. Or did you bring it with me anyway?
Yeah, I'll get rid of my son. I mean, he goes away on this week.
What, for half term?
Yeah, he's going on a French trip.
Oh no, have you got, is it exchange? Have you then got to, oh, okay. I was going to say that poor French child come to stay at your house.
So, no, it's like...
Is he going skiing?
No, they're just sightseeing and practicing their GCSE French. The fact that he's given up on...
Blimey, that's a bit posh.
I know, the fact that he's given up on his GCSE French, should I say.
But he's still gone
He's still going on a jolly, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, very nice. We didn't have anything like that when I was at school.
So, yeah.
How old is he? 16?
16, yeah. So, I will miss him. I will miss him.
Oh, just be quiet.
Very.
And has your daughter got any dance competitions this week?
No, they're all at All Islands. She's not gone to All Islands. She's still not quite fit enough and ready, but we're getting there. We're getting there. But she's. Well, hey, that one's.
We can see this.
Oh,
one.
how? Yeah, you can. That one's lovely. So that one all matches in. So you've got a good perpendicular line going through there.
Brilliant.
Now she's got the lead part in the school production, so she can never do All Islands.
We've only got about 4 minutes left. So.
Okay. So your next piece that you're going to do is your shoulders.
Yeah.
You've then got your sleeves to inset. Again, they have 2 rows of ease stitching, not gathering.
So it's like a normal sleeve. It's like sleeve head and everything like that. Yeah.
So I have already prepped the sleeves.
Okay.
And as I say, they are quite narrow.
Yes, they.
So
if you wanted to, if they're too narrow for you, I'll just say this while we're here. This stitch line here will be your 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. And then Amanda's just finished it off in white thread. Don't stitch along your 5/8 seam allowance. Maybe just let it out to as far as it will go and just stitch along the inside there, which means it'll just give you, well, actually, if you do half an inch on either side, it's going to give you an inch, isn't it? It could give you up to an inch extra width on that sleeve. If you don't want to start redrawing patterns and everything, you can just not use your seam allowance in there. I love every show that you and Amanda do. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? This is Anne. Thank you for getting me back into dressmaking and enjoying my new Elna overlocker. That's posh Anne. That's posh Anne. That is. Oh, they're lovely, aren't they, Anne? They're brilliant overlockers.
I like the Rolls Royce.
Oh yeah, we have posh Anne and we have posh Michelle, and we've got a posh Nicola. Posh Nicola from Oxford. So what are you doing now, sorry?
So I'm just joining the shoulders.
Oh, you're doing the shoulder seams. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, we could trim down those or take them across on the overlocking. But that is your top constructed.
Fantastic. Oh, your pattern pieces have gone for a burden.
You would then place in your underarm seam, match up your top shoulder, start pinning either side, and then with the ease stitching, it is, as it says, ease, you're just literally going to just pull.
So you're pulling it in like a gathering, but you don't want the gathers to appear on the sleeve.
No, it should be a nice, smooth inset sleeve.
Yeah.
The final thing you'll then need to do is the neck edge facing.
Right.
Okay. So the neck edge facings.
I'm bringing her in behind you. There you go. Yeah, we've got 1 minute. We'll be all right.
Okay. So you've got your neck edge facings. Now it does say to put some interfacing on these.
Okay.
All right. Now because it's quite a firm pomp Roma, I didn't on this.
Okay.
Okay. So I thought that it would hold quite well, and it's a nice sort of depth of. So you just join those at the shoulders.
Of course, that's the front, obviously, and then the back.
That's the front and the back. Yep. Okay. So you would place that on right sides together, stitch round on your. Just seeing a little loose. There we go.
Okay. Stitch round on the seam line.
Yeah. Flip that through. Again, if you wanted to, you could actually understitch to flip it round. Trim the excess seams away. Okay. So you'd stitch on 5/8, trim that excess, flip it over, and then just literally, I've done a double row of twin needling around to hold that in place, and I think it looks really lovely, just held down, and just gives that extra little bit of detail just away from that. If you didn't want to do that, you could always use our secret weapon of the seam binding tape.
Exactly.
And just place that round and just turn it in 1 centimetre.
Okay, thank you. Didn't mean to rush you at the end there.
No.
You're back in now with the bag, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Brilliant. I'll see you then. See you then. Right, what am I doing over here then? Overlocker bundle. We've got a special overlocker bundle. We didn't use the overlocker very much in that, but you can if you have got the overlocker. But today, the overlocker, the 664 Pro, is always £449. But today, you'll pay £449, but we're throwing in 4 grey overlocking threads, which normally cost you £31.80. They would be your free gift or your saving of £31.80 if you buy that today. It's limited stock, obviously. There are some in baskets already. You just need to check out. Right. Fabrico. Right, the one that Amanda was using, which is the ivory one with the navy spot. Now, somehow, Chris is back from his holiday stay, but he seems to have lucked out and hasn't had to come in and work with us. Ivory with the navy spot in the Ponte Roma, ½ metre, £3.99. Remember, 60 inches wide. Lovely. I'll just pass that over to Wendy. Next. Okay, right, okay, so I've got ivory with a blue stripe, ivory with navy stripe. Remember, everything needs to be checked out. It's not yours until you check out your basket. £3.99. Thank you, Wendy. Now I've got the navy with the ivory stripe. Yeah, Wendy's there folding it. $3.99. Okay, lovely. Now I've got the black with the ivory stripe. This is very, very limited, this one. $3.99 for half a metre. Remember, the stripes go across the fabric. The stripes do go across the fabric when you're cutting it out. Then I've got the black with the ivory spot. There it is, the black spot. Okay, then I've got the lovely houndstooth as well. This is little Paul's favourite. Remember, they're all 60 inches wide. They're all punched out. If you want to see the, not the contents, the composition of the fabrics, just go to the website where it says description. It'll tell you all that. $3.99. Lots of that in baskets. Lots of that in your baskets. Right, 1 minute from now, we have it in black. You see, that would look lovely if you mix and match it with the stripes or the spots, wouldn't you? So that's the black. Okay, well, the other three are listed below me. If you're looking on the website, I've got the grey marl, I've got the purple, and I've got the navy. They're all $3.99. Remember, after the break, hopefully I'll have a piece that works. Jo Carter is here with her dragon. We've got it in red and we've got it in green. And you know what happens. Now, we have got hundreds of the kits, but you know what happens every time. And especially lots of people have been messaging on a new Facebook page, the Sewn Quarter fans, how they can't wait to see the dragon. It's coming up. I don't know, no sign of Jo. Straight after the break, so don't miss that. Two beautiful kits. I'm going to go off and have a piece of apple now. Bye. Join us on Facebook. Simply search for the Sewn Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
Love Patchwork and Quilting is the best-selling modern quilting magazine that shares your passion for fabric. We publish 13 times a year, featuring must-make projects, essential techniques, interviews, news and reviews from the world of modern quilting. Every issue also comes with a free gift. Join us on Wednesday the 14th of February when Victoria Peat will be here to make a stylish patchwork poof from Simply Sewing magazine. This practical addition to your home decor uses a fun foundation paper piecing method which Victoria demonstrates along with her top tips and professional techniques for perfect results. Once you know how simple it is, you can snap up one of our kits complete with step-by-step instructions. We've got fabric options to suit everyone. So tune in and prepare to transform your home on Wednesday the 14th of February at 10 AM, only on Sewn Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. As soon as you place an order with us, we get to work on making your shopping experience that extra bit special. Our warehouse team pick your items and cut your fabric with the greatest care and precision. Cut fabric is neatly folded and packed in a tissue paper-lined presentation box. And when we're satisfied that it's just perfect, it gets the Sewn Quarter seal of approval. So whether you're giving a gift or treating yourself, you can shop with confidence, knowing your Sewn Quarter purchases will arrive in style.
Hi, I'm Lucy Brennan and these are my 3 top tips. My first top tip is to experiment. It's really about playing and using all the different features of your sewing machine. So for example, when I was quilting this quilt, I used a wavy quilting stitch, which gives a really lovely texture to the quilt. So it's worth having a play about and using scraps or little quilt sandwiches to try different things. My second top tip is about combining fabric. A lot of people like getting the pre-cuts, which are fantastic. That gives you a whole range of a collection, but it doesn't mean that you just have to use those together. It can be nice to mix them in with other fabrics that you've got in your stash, or mix them in with solids and create something really unique. My third top tip is sometimes you just need to go for it. You can't always plan everything out. So you might combine fabrics, be making a block, and it not look exactly how you wanted it to. But until you sew it together, you don't always know how it looks. And there's always a way of combining things and making it look right in the end.
We've had so many messages about this one. So many messages. Oh, I've got questions I've got to ask about. Isn't he fantastic? We've got 2 colourways. Do you know what? This red one, I think maybe he'd be good as like a mascot, wouldn't he? Like a little mascot. Is there a football team called Dragons or? Oh, the Welsh Dragon, of course. Yeah, the Welsh Dragon. Yeah, I was thinking about rugby and football though, but isn't he lovely, Welsh Dragons? Brilliant. Now, well, I'll get on with this. I've got 2 bundles to show you. 2 bundles. Let me just get the this out. There we go. Doing the red one first, obviously. Right, now, what you need to be careful of is what happened the other day with the sheep. They'd all gone. We've got hundreds of them, but they'd all gone. Loads of people. 15 people got in the basket straight away. I'm only going to say this once. It's not yours till you check out your basket, right? I am not going to take responsibility, right? It's up to you to check out your baskets if you want them. Okay, right, here we go. Here we go. So in this bundle, what do we get? So we get the non-pill fleece in the white. We get the non-pill fleece in the red. So you get ½ meter of each of those. You then get the red felt. You get the embroidery thread, and you get the eyes, and go to the still, because you get stuffing as well, I presume. Where's the stuffing? Where's the stuffing? Wendy, where's the stuffing? Okay. And the instructions, £24.99. Now, it's called a duo kit. We'll ask Jo about this, but we think with clever cutting, you can get 2 out the back. I'll just show you that because we need to show it to him. There's a small queue on the phone lines. There's a small queue on the phone lines. Okay. Right, half the stock of the red one is in baskets already. Okay, green. You get the, oh, now is it white again? I thought it was cream. I thought it's got cream in this one. So you got the white pill, you get the green pill, you get the green felt, you get the eyes, you get the green thread. Okay. £24.99. Okay, take the instructions because we need to go through those, and the stuffing there as well. Now, I need to warn you, they're flying out. They always do, they always do. Half the stock of the reds has now been checked out. Half the stock of the reds has been checked out. Now, Jo, there's not a complicated bit, but there is a bit we have to get to, isn't there? The nostril.
Yes.
Because that's, Joe's right, I really, really need to talk about the nostril when we get to it. So, the first question I've got to ask you is, Andy said, what oh, hang on, your microphone's not on.
Oh, is it?
Which secret?
How's that?
Have you switched?
I catch it sometimes when I put it in and I turn it on mute by accident.
Yeah, there we go. What stitch do you use when you, this is Andy, when you sew things like this, sew your toys?
Stitch length?
Yeah.
It depends on the fabric I'm using. With a cotton fabric, I'd use a shorter stitch length, around about 2 2.2.
Like a Macawa, like one of our Macawa solids, one of the patterns or anything like
yes.
that? You said number 2.
Just so the seams are secure, but with something like fleece, because it stretches, it sort of, when the fabric relaxes, it pulls the stitches closer together anyway, so I would use a longer stitch length.
What sort of size?
Something 2.6.
Oh, okay, okay. That was just a question that Andy had sent in. He can't watch the show. He's going to watch when he gets home from work tonight. But he asked me to ask the question, so when he's watching on Sky later, he answered that. Right, let's get going, let's get going, let's get going.
It's hard to unpick. If you just want to make an alteration, if you've got a short stitch length, they become so tightly bunched, it becomes difficult
I suppose it's because of the weave of the fabric, isn't it? Now, I'll take you through the instructions very quickly. As per everything, photographs, written instructions, everything you need. It's glaring a little bit because it's so white, the paper, but we'll just show it. There you go. And then all the templates that you need to make everything, and how many of each you need to cut out, because obviously some of them you need to cut 2 out or 4 out, some you need to cut out reverse of and everything. Now, what we're saying is, very quickly, if you want to try and cut 2 out of the fabric, place it all. Don't cut the first one out and then try and place all for 2 of them, all your pattern pieces for 2 of them. That's right, isn't it?
Yes, and try and get them as close together as possible. So, for example, I'd cut these out like this and really try and get the pieces. Because
the templates have got seam allowance in them, so you can almost lie.
You can.
Done that close together, couldn't you?
So I'd fit them as close together as possible.
Look.
That has to go that way, though.
Oh, it has to go that way, sorry, because the grey,
yeah, because of the grey. Although it's not such a...
And that's why, yes, I suppose if it was felt, you see, you'd be able to do, you know, because there's no grain,
yes.
but because you've got the grain of the fabric, you have to follow, and the arrow on your design, the arrow on the templates is the way that you have to cut the fabric out. Right, please check out, because not everyone's going to get them.
And I've cut out more than one.
Okay.
And I've gone just over halfway of the fabric, so it is, you can fit 2 out of the fabric.
Right, Little Paul saying what, 75 people have missed out already? Yeah. Oh, right, I'm a bit confused. Oh, I'll ask afterwards. Lots and lots of union baskets, please check out, because you know what happens with Joe's shows. Right, let's get on.
Okay, there are lots of bits, so I'll try and sort them all out.
Yes.
But I'll start with the nostril, and the nostril is here. Here's one I've done already.
Right, so let's look at, oh, now on this, you might not be able to see this on the red one. So is that felt? It's
felt inside.
So the felt that you get in the bundle, that's in the nostril there. Okay.
It's not necessarily how you would think it will be put together, if that makes sense. So this, on the inside of the nostril is like a cone. So it sticks out like this. And to stop them from being pulled out the wrong way when it's finished, once these are done, we'll attach the nostril pieces together so that they can't be pulled through.
Let's do that. Before we do, in which colourway, Paul? Oh, right, too many people got them in their baskets. Oh, okay. There's some red ones left. There's no green ones left. Okay, I'll start again. The green one is, there are more people got it in their baskets than we've got in stock. Oh, no. Poor old, who was it? It was going to Adele, going for the train. She'll have missed that then, won't she? So basically, if you've got it in your basket, the green one, go to your basket now and check out, because not all of you will get it. The red one... Yeah, but are there more people got it in their basket? Okay, so on the red, you're all right, you're okay. But as I say all the time, it's not yours until you've checked out. Right.
Okay, so this is how the nostril fits in. We want this piece right side up, so this is the right side of the fabric.
How do you tell? Is it got a definite right and wrong side?
This one has more... Actually, I'll find this piece.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the
telly. That's the front side, but I don't know whether you can see. There is a difference on this between the back and the front.
Okay, we're just going to push it on.
I don't know whether it will show.
The best way to do it is mark all your pieces with a chalk cross, or, oh, you can't, well, I can see it on my telly. I don't know if you can see it on yours. But it's just got a different nap to it, basically. So I would mark up all the wrong sides as I was going on. Okay. And
also, for fleece, give it a roll, pull it along the width, and it rolls to the wrong side.
Yes, so if you don't know when you get it, pull it edge to edge along the cut edge, and the way it rolls, so this one's rolling this way, so it rolls to the wrong side. Okay, so you see it on that one, okay?
And if you used a darker pen like this to mark it out, you would see the pen lines as well, which help.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the right side of the face. And this opening here, there's sort of a dart with a triangle, an inverted triangle at the top. And it's the same with the nostril. And this doesn't look like it would be the nostril.
And also, why has it got, is it meant to have a little triangle out the top?
Yes. Match the triangle.
Oh, wow. That's on the pattern piece, then?
It's on the pattern piece. And I'll pin it just to, I just go for it. Because actually, they tend to hold together quite well, the fleece and the felt.
Yeah. So this is the fleece. And this is the felt. On the red one, the felt and the fleece are almost the same tone, aren't they? So that's cut out of the felt, that's cut out of the fleece. Yeah.
And this triangle at the top, we just want to, there's the seam, end of the seam allowance, stitch
I see.
around this triangle, and only this triangular section.
And then do you come all the way down to here? Or you only sew around that bit there?
Just to the bottom.
So this will be open, will it, here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll do that now.
Yeah, okay.
And drawing it on with a pen like this actually is really helpful. You do have something to follow, and you can see where, because we want to pivot at the corners.
Yeah.
Up my stitch length.
Do you need to use a special stitch on the fleece? Do you need a special needle on the fleece?
Use a heavier weight needle, a 14, 16. I often use a jeans needle.
Yeah.
It's not going through one or two layers that's the problem, it's going through multiple layers.
And do we get to that later? Oh, yes, because when we're attaching the legs, I suppose you go through lots of layers, aren't you?
Oh, and I'm doing the legs in a slightly different way, as it says in the pattern, just to make it a bit easier.
Oh, I'm going to make it more complicated.
Yes, just to make it trickier for everyone. There we go. So I've stitched around that triangle.
Okay, so let me just show you that. So it's only stitched literally around the triangle. You haven't gone to the bottom here. You've literally just gone 1/4 inch all the way around the triangle. Okay?
And then I'm going to
just
snip
get the great big scissors in.
Into each of those corners. And then we're going to pull this, because it's on the front of the face, through to the opposite side.
Right.
And bring the top edge, the straight edge, of the nostril together, and I'm just going to stitch along there, pulling all the fleece out of the way to seal that top bit.
Okay, can you just do that again for me, because I got lost. So you've stitched around there. Where did you pull it through now then?
Just fold it through onto the wrong side.
Oh, okay, and then seam the long
and then brings together. I've turned that one over so it hopefully looks a bit more
that explains it more. So you've pulled it through to the wrong side, and then you stitch along there. But you don't stitch along this bit yet, do you? Just stitch along the cone, the side of the cone. So what Jo's doing now, she's just stitching along there. It looks like, I'm thinking of an underwater creature now. Just this little bit here that goes like that. What little underwater creature's got a little mouth that does that?
Oh, like a leech? Or
No, I've never seen a leech's mouth, let's just say. Oh, what, little Paul? I don't know what one of those is. Morning, both. Ordered the green dragon and I've checked out. I've never made a toy before. Oh, you be listening then, Janet. Right.
So I've stitched along the top edge and now I'm bringing the sides together. And you can do this in two ways, in two parts if you want, or all one seam. Yeah. Stitch from the bottom, so this bit here.
I'll hold this one up that's been done. So stitch from there to there.
Up to there, and then we want to stitch this section together as well.
And then stitch there. So this is the one you did, hang on. Yeah, this is the one you, oh, hang on. That's the one you did earlier. And then this is the one you're doing now, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can go all in one go, but I like to do it in two parts. And it's important to get the seam allowance right the way up to the top as well.
Yeah. And maybe I'm thinking goldfish.
It's got a bit caught.
Anyway.
So I've stitched that bit, making sure I've still got a good seam allowance here at the top.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to open up. And I've tried to, there are pictures of this, so hopefully it's nice and clear in the instructions as well.
It's to hold that section there. Okay.
So on the outside we have the nostril, and on the inside there is like a long cone.
And does that cone just stay there then?
Yes, it will. In a minute, I'll sew these together now along this front edge.
So that's
from here.
This seam here, through the centre of the face.
Yes, up to the
forehead.
top centre.
Or if a dragon's got a forehead.
Yeah.
The red one, you've still got opportunity for the red one. You haven't missed out on the red one yet. The green one, if you're sitting home thinking, oh, I've missed it, I've missed it, I've missed it, you haven't missed it yet. All it is more people have got it in their basket, but as soon as everyone's checked out, a lot of people will miss out because there's more people got it in their basket than we've actually got stock. Nigel, thank you, Joe. I've been begging and nagging for ages for a dragon, and now I've got one. That's Nigel. Now, is that Nigel, or is that... Now, I get confused, because... No, because there's Paul. There's a lady called Anne, I think, who messages on Paul's, and then... Nigel, are you Nigel's wife? It could be Nigel. Could be Nigel. But I've got another message, No, you carry on, because the message hasn't arrived yet. Go on.
So the fronts of the face are sewn together, and we have these, and so because they're like horns really on the inside, because we don't want them to come through and stick out on the front, bring them together at the front there and just stitch them together, and that way they're locked then inside. So
you're not stitching so there'll still be, if you wanted to, you could still put something into their nostril, because they're not, so they're open. I'm not hurting it, don't worry. I'm a doctor, trust me. So the nostril is still open, but because they're stitched together inside, that's all inside, not going to come out like it's got a snotty nose.
It's all sealed.
It's all sealed in. It's all sealed in.
And you can take a larger seam allowance for this.
Yeah.
5/8, that sort of thing. So
Deborah's message didn't arrive. Little Bob.
There we go. They're held inside, and the outside you have.
Oh wow!
2 nostrils.
So when you were designing this, what made you think, oh, I know, I'll do an inside-out pyramid to make a nostril?
I can't really remember what the thinking was. I've made toys before with nostrils, and I think this was how I did them.
Okay.
That time. But I've done ones that
This is
are
why
on the
Disney
outside.
don't want her. Somebody messaged in earlier, just so you know what I'm talking about. Someone messaged earlier going, you look after Jo because she'll be snapped up by Disney. You can't go to a big executive meeting going, no, I've done nostrils before, but I think it's right.
I think, I had a vague memory of how I'd done them in the past, and I don't know whether this is exactly the same.
The thing is, right, I'm seeing there, that's a dragon, but I'm seeing, you know, like if you go to the Natural History Museum, there's all the great big, what are they called?
Dinosaurs.
Yes, they look like dinosaur faces.
Well, I did a dinosaur last time where the nostrils were on the outside, and I thought this time I'd try internal nostrils.
What, so they came out like that, like a...
They were sort of like little tunnels on the outside.
Anyway, we'll carry on.
Less nostril chat.
Yeah, please check out your baskets. Right.
Okay, and the ears are that sort of shape. I don't really know how to describe.
Ear shape.
Ear shape, dragon ear shape.
Yes. Because that's what they really like on the dragon, aren't they? So you've bagged out the fleece on one side. No, both sides are fleeces, aren't they?
Yes.
Both sides are fleece. I forget you get 2 coloured fleeces.
So I'll sew them together around the sides. And then to give them a bit of definition, there's just a stitch line, a machine stitch line through the centre.
Have they got wadding inside them?
No. Because it's quite thick, the fleece, the seam allowance inside often acts as a little bit of stuffing.
So yesterday, day before yesterday, we had a rabbit, which obviously didn't have any fleece in any wadding in its ears, but there was wadding in it. Today, it looks like there's wadding in it, there's no wadding in it. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything yet then.
What?
Right. We've got, because it's a weekday, because normally we're here on the weekend, aren't we? Because it's a weekday, we've got the scheduling department running around to see if they can try and create a different colour. Oh, okay. Well, we don't know the colour yet. They're just, I won't say until we know for definite what it is.
Right, so I stitched around there. I'm going to clip into that internal corner. Fleece doesn't need an awful lot of clipping because the stretch just allows
Of
for it.
course,
So
yes,
I'm not going to bother popping notches through there.
So you've turned it through, but that line of stitching through the middle you haven't done yet, have you?
This is the last
Oh, that's here.
bit.
So once you've bagged it through, there's then that stitch. Yes, at the moment, it looks like a fin, that one, doesn't it? But if you turn it up the other way. See, I've said a fish's mouth. We could have had little fishes. You see, we could make a little fish. What was Nemo? I didn't ever watch that.
Oh, he was the
film.
clownfish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with one little fin.
Has he?
Yeah.
Does he go around in circles?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, okay. Has he only got one fin in real life?
No, he's got two, but one's just little.
Oh, okay. Well, have you made a Nemo, have you? No.
No, I've just seen the film a lot.
Okay.
Oh, pen. So just draw.
I know. What's real life? What's TV land? I don't know.
I'm just going to follow this line and just machine stitch along there. Just to give it a little bit more definition. I'll put the needle in the centre, make it easier. There we go.
Okay.
So ears.
So we've got the ears, we've got the nostril section. What's next then?
Shall I pop the chin on?
Oh, pop the chin on then.
The chin also looks like a tricky piece.
Okay, this is the chin, obviously. This section here. Okay, so it only goes to there, does it? It's only going to...
Yes.
There's a seam there. Oh, and there's obviously a dart in it as well.
This bit is the dart. This joins onto the neck.
Right.
This is the side of the face, so it is a little bit complicated. But this straight edge, that's the corner of the smile, and this is the smile
like
section.
Like a sleeve head, isn't it?
It is, a bit of an odd.
Okay, let's see where it goes in then. Dart, oh.
And with other fabric, I would clip here to make it turn when I get to this point, but actually fleece, the stretch does. You can put a little clip in if you want.
And you don't do the darting first then? Your dart goes in
No,
last?
I do.
Only because in dressmaking, you obviously do the dart first and then you sew the seams, but obviously this will stay flat and easier to move about without the dart in it.
Yeah, it is a bit easier to manipulate, and then when it's on, you can just fold the face in half and get to the dart.
All right. What's the matter?
I thought you were going to follow that up with something then.
Got nothing to say.
Oh, put my needle back.
Right, this green one. What, you mean extra? Oh, okay, right, okay. And how many people got in the baskets? Okay, we'll have a look. I'll do that, yeah.
Right, so this is the corner here, and the chin comes past it because we've got the seam allowance.
Right.
And I'm going to get to that corner point, pause with the needle down through the fabric. I'm using a very short stitch length, actually, so I'll change that. And just pull this corner out, straighten it up, and it will just flex because it's stretchy.
Yeah.
Fleece takes some getting used to, stitching-wise, but actually you can really pull it around and make it go where you want it to.
I need to tell you something. The green one, this one that Joe's making, right? The green one, 30 people have got it in their baskets at this moment in time, but there are only 10 available. So only 10 of you will get that. 20 of you are going to, when you come to check out, 20 of you will get, sorry, this is out of stock. Red, we'll just check the red ones. Okay, carry on watching Joe sew. The graphics coming in for the red one now, which is the one that Joe's already made. And, oh, okay, right. Everybody in the basket on the red one, you'll all be fine. If you all check out now, you'll all get one. And then I've got an extra 20 that haven't even been put into baskets yet. So everybody who's got the red one in their basket, you'll be fine if you do it now. And then there's another 20 for people to come in and get. Okay.
Paused again at the other corner.
Yeah.
I might do one stitch just to get round the corner and then just pull it into position.
No, I think I've guessed.
There we go. So if I flip this out, you can see now that's the corner and it just sort of forms the smile.
Yeah, no, it does. I've just seen something else now.
Oh.
I saw Grumpy or you know, what you know the set Snow White and all that. I can see, you know, like the nose and the nostril. This is the whole. Anyway, I'm sorry. I should have. Yes.
Okay, and last job, I'm going to fold this in half and
when
just
you've
close
done that
dart.
I need to go and say something on the other side. So I'll let the.
Okay.
Tanya says, I've emailed you a photo of the dragon which my mum made. We'd love to know what you think. Lots of love, Tanya. Tanya, if you emailed it, because there's nothing arrived, studio@sewingquarter.com, studio@sewingquarter.com. Nothing's arrived yet, Tanya. There it is, studio@sewingquarter.com. We haven't seen it yet, Tanya. No, we haven't seen it yet because the email hasn't arrived yet, Tanya, my lovely. Right, okay. So that's the smile.
That's the smile. And the last job.
Brilliant. You're so clever, Jo Carter. Anyway, I'm going to put that down there because I've just got to go over there. And now remember, there are still 20 red ones that are looking for a home. The green one, there are, was it 30 and 10? But anyway, 20 of you are going to miss out. Come over with me here because I've got something I need to tell you that's very important. The powers of the powers that be behind the scenes have created another version. Now, I've not got many. There's only 20 of them. There's only 20 of them. So you will get the green fleece. So it's going to be a green dragon. You get the green fleece. You get the white fleece. You get green thread. You get eyes. You get the embroidery thread. You get the instructions. Now, this is the colour of the felt that you will get to make the zigzags down the back. What are they called? Spikes. I'm holding this mermaid like this because obviously that's a mermaid, but the mermaid colour hair, I think it's conker or something like that. That is the felt you will get in this bundle. Okay, so there you go. So you're made to make a green dragon with the white tummy and the white, and it's called caramel. Apparently, this one caramel. There's only 20 of those. There you go. 5 have gone in the basket already. 5 have gone in the baskets already. Right, well, let's get back to the making now then. Right, so what are you doing next then?
Okay, I'll just assemble the rest of the head.
Yes.
So I'm going to front, right sides of the ears, facing the right way up, baste those into position on either side of the face. And there are markers on the pattern to show.
You're right.
Yep, one.
Just thinking all the different colours you could do. We could do this in. Oh.
I put it on Instagram actually, my first attempt at this dragon. Because I'll make one and usually it does, it's not normally too far off, but not
like a prototype,
quite right.
You mean,
yeah. And I had to, the nostrils were too big for it. Right. On its face, but they were fiddly at that size. So I boosted the size of the dragon to accommodate its nostrils.
Oh my God. So originally the dragon was smaller?
A little bit smaller, yeah.
Oh. Okay, so we've done the head.
And then I'm going to join the back head pieces the way I usually do that. But what's different with these, this would join to the face. This is the back edge of the head. Yeah. And there's a marker here because that's where the spikes start. So I'm just going to join them together as far as that marker and no further. Okay.
You've got the spikes. And also, what did you say you were doing slightly differently on this one? The legs?
The legs.
OK, we'll get to those in a second. Right, the one, just to reiterate, the graphics there, the Jo Carter's green-brown dragon, are for, there's only 20, well, there were only 20 of them, loads of put in the basket already. That's the bundle you get. So you get the green and white fleece, you get brown, caramel, felt, and then you get the thread, the stuffing, and everything like that, $24.99, but there's not many of those left. You're all right with the red at the moment, but the other green one, the one Jo's working on now, you just literally, there's 20 people want it, and there's 5 left.
OK, so now I've lined up right sides together, the top of the head with the top of the back head, which is only joined together a little bit. And I'm going to sew...
This is like the forehead bit, the top of the forehead here.
Yes. So I'm going to sew one side and then the other side, and I like to line the top up so it's definitely centred.
Oh, because you've got literally a cross. You've got 4 or 2, like a crossroads, so you need to match it up, yeah. And is that why you stitch from there outwards and there outwards rather than doing a whole arc?
I just find it easier and it definitely lines up.
Now, is that machine crunching because it needs a new needle? Is it, all right?
It is a needle problem. I've put in an old needle and it's a bit blunt, I think.
Okay. Well done.
Sorry. Well, you know, it's still usable.
Yeah, no, exactly. It just sounds bad. You can still use it, it's fine.
Sorry.
Well, also, at home, when I was watching at home the other day, sometimes, I suppose it depends on the height of the expert, but some people's microphones are a bit closer to the machine than others. And sometimes they go, I'm just going to stitch this.
I'm quite tall for my family.
Are you?
Yeah. Just not in actual real life. So that's one side done, I'll do the other.
We're only halfway through the hour, we're fine, we've got plenty of time.
Shall I try and lean back a bit while I sew? Would that
No,
help?
it's fine. Nobody's complained about you. They might have complained about me, but not about you. Has Tanya's picture arrived yet? Are we just looking, Tanya, now? If you've got a dinosaur, a dragon that you've made, please send it in on the email address. It'd be fantastic to see. This is the first time we've had it on air here, isn't it?
It is.
It was it Simply Sewing it was in?
Yes.
So it has been in Simply Sewing magazine, which is why some people have already made it. Because on the Facebook page, Andy, he's already made a green one, but he got it from the Simply Sewing magazine.
There we go. So that's the head. Ready for a body?
Have you ever done a giraffe?
No, I don't think.
Giraffe would be a nice one to do as well, wouldn't it? There's so many, aren't there? We can just keep going. Right, okay.
I mean, fleece can get a bit, it takes a bit of getting used to, but I think it's really nice for toys. Right.
Okay, so head.
I'll do an arm next.
Arm.
And they have claws, so 2 mirror image pieces.
Right, okay, so this one, now if you did the sheep the other day, the paws were incorporated into the shape of the arm, whereas these are actually inserted, you see, inside the seam, I'm presuming.
They are. So it's this felt piece, and it just needs to be centred on, they're very sharp.
Very sharp claws.
Just needs to be centred on the bottom of one of the arms. So I've got 2 mirror, right sides up, they're 2 mirror image arms. So I'll base
Just
this
have a
in
look at
first.
this. So literally you've got your 1/4 inch seam allowance either side almost, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to sandwich it, or you're just going to stick it to that one first of all?
I'll baste it to this one first, because it can slip about a bit.
Oh, here we come. What's going on now? I wonder if Adele got hers. Adele, are you back from the States? She's had more than half an hour, hasn't she? I think she got hers. I'm a bit worried. Okay.
So that's attached to that one.
Yeah.
And then right sides together, I'm just going to sew all the way along, and that will then sandwich the claws in place.
All the way round, apart from the top end. You're going to go...
Leave this top end open. Yeah. Should I move on, though? Because it's quite self-explanatory, and I've done 2 arms.
Oh, yeah, OK, move on.
So they look like this. Pop some stuffing in, and then just base the top edge.
And the edge is pointed like this, like a raglan, so that they sit, when you put them in, they sit at an angle. They don't just stand out like that. They sit at an angle like that. OK, so we've got the 2 arms, the head. That was the... That one can go in there. This one's still... We need this. Right, what's next then? Leg.
I'll do a leg.
Right, now, what's different to the leg that you're about to show us to the one that's in the instructions then?
If this leg was stuffed, and the instructions, it says to stuff the leg and base the top closed.
Right.
If you do that, it's really chunky to fit it in position.
Right.
I struggled with it. I mean, I did it and that was done that way, but I thought it's easier if, when you do the leg, leave a hole in the bottom and put them in unstuffed, and then when it's completed, stuff them and close that separately, that section.
OK, then that's fine, that's fine. I thought it's nothing majorly different then. So you can still do it the way that it says in the instructions, but to make it slightly easier, just leave a hole in the bottom of the seam by his ankle. I'm thinking it's a boy. Are all dragons boys?
There must... I was going to say there must be
dragons' eggs. But then some animals, the boys lay the eggs, don't they? Anyway. Seahorses, for one. Anyway.
And with this one, this is the right side of the foot. The claws get basted to the foot rather than with the arm, it was just the end of the arm.
Yeah. So if I got your blonde wig,
Yeah.
Right? You could be Khaleesi, couldn't you, from Game of Thrones, look. Like, so you're there, and they're like this. No? Does that not work? Look at the camera, Jo.
Do you think Mother of Dragons?
Yeah, Mother of Dragons. Or Auntie. You could be the Auntie.
Maker of Dragons.
Yeah. The maker of the dragons. I love Khaleesi. Out of all, you know, they say, who would you like to be? I'd like to be Khaleesi and all the people on Game of Thrones.
Would you?
Yeah. Who would you want to be?
I can't think who my favourite is now. I'll have to think about it. It's
The
too
thing
big.
is that each week, everyone, when I watched it, each week, I'd like an evil one. I'd like that evil queen, the mother of the... What's she called?
Cersei.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
she's
her.
excellent.
But then next week, oh, she's so vile. I can't... You know. Lots and lots of emails coming through. And let's have a look at some before we do. Oh, look! Here's Tanya's. Hi, everyone. I'm new to watching Sewing Quarter, but not to Simply Sewing magazine. I've given my mum many of my back issues to try making the toys from. She loves making toys, and she tried the dragon yesterday. She said it was challenging, but I think she would. I think she should be so proud of herself. What do you think? Gorgeous.
It's fantastic.
That's lovely, isn't it? Another email very quickly. Lots of kisses from Tanya. Hi, John and Joe. I found you on Sky 678. I'm so pleased. Finally, I can watch Sewing for hours on end. My husband is away this week, so I can really binge watch. I've got a green dragon. I am so happy I could run around the room with a t-shirt. Oh, Katie, the t-shirt pulled up over your head. Keep up the good work, Joe and John. I bought a mermaid last week and the dragon this week, and I'm still completing a quilt. I think I have to get a grip and start completing my projects. From Katie. Thank you from Katie. Right, very quickly. Diane says, morning, Joe and John. What a fabulous dragon. Just had to buy it. Just received Joe's bunny and mermaid from last week, so I better get sewing. Absolutely love Sewing Quarter. Been watching since day one. Thank you, Diane. And last one is from Ellen. Oh, I was going to say earlier, you've got a pinky one. Have purchased the green dragon kit to go with my early Valentine's present from my husband. Our house is known as the Dragon House, as we have around 900 dragons. Wow. Not real life ones.
That'd be quite a squash with 900 real life ones.
Ellen, how lovely. Thank you for that. Right, let's catch up. So what's this bit we're doing?
This is a leg.
That's the leg?
That's the leg. It might not particularly look like it.
Oh, no, I was just sewing it the wrong way. Yep.
The foot, start at the back of the foot and sew it.
In. Hang on, there you go, right.
So this is the back of the foot.
What's that line of stitching there?
This is the...
Oh, sorry, just did that.
Pasted on claws.
Yeah, keep up, John.
And so it pivots at the corner, each of the corners of the foot, just pivot with the needle down through the fabric. So I'll do this quickly.
Yeah, you've only got 20 minutes.
There's quite a lot. It's not just got legs and arms, it's got wings as well and things like that.
And what's they called? Spikes.
Spikes. So I'm just pivoting at the corner, and I might do one stitch while it turns. Yeah. And then line it up.
Rather than pivot at a point, it's just that one little stitch.
Otherwise, it can take a little bit less. Yeah. A shorter seam allowance on the leg part.
Okay, now of the green one that Joe's using here, there's 4 haven't been checked out, but there's 20-something of you with doing baskets, so lots of you are going to miss out on that. The red one, there's 14 in the baskets, which means there's still some there, isn't it? There's still about 6 that haven't got homes to go to yet. And then what about the new brown and green one? Just check that one. 10 of those, the new green one. Right, okay.
So the foot's in the bottom of the leg.
Yeah.
At these corners you can clip if you want, if you put the fleece allows it. And then I'm going to sew the back of the leg, but not all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to stop about here, so that I've got that
back of the heel.
At the back of the so that I can.
So this is what we're creating. So this will be the finished. While Joe's saying that, I'll just show you this. This is the finished leg without the stuffing in. Now we'd normally just stuff it from the top there and attach it, but because it's quite complicated, what Joe's done is left the bottom bit here open, so you can attach the legs while they're like floppy like that. Then you can stuff them once they're on and just stitch that little bit up. Just makes it a little bit easier for you. That is your Achilles tendon there, isn't it?
Is that the...
Okay, that goes there. Do you see Jane Alcock's she's into her running at the moment. She's done her first 10K of the year.
I've not done my first 10K of my life yet.
I did a 10K walk for charity. That nearly killed me.
Right, I'm just going to bring the seam so that it runs centrally down the back.
Yeah.
Into the centre there, and I'm going to baste across the top.
We're not going to get to put the legs on, though, so I'll put those there. You still baste across the top even though you're not stuffing it?
Yes, it just keeps the edges together and lined up for when I sew them in.
Right.
There we go, I'm rushing, I made a bit of a mess of that. No one will notice.
Yeah, right. So you've got 2 arms, 2 legs, the head, and the...
now I'll do a wing.
the wings. Now do the wings.
That one's already done. So cut
It's got 2 of them. Oh, yeah, 2 of those, though, yeah.
Cut as mirror images, and if you wanted, you could have them in the contrasting fabric.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, do you know what? The way you could definitely get 2 out is make a white one with a red...
You could change the wings.
Now, as we were saying about cutting it carefully, if you do it the other way round, you'll easily get them out. So make one red one with a white tummy and white ears, or make a white one with a red tummy, and then you'll easily cut them out then. Right.
So place them together. I'm going to sew around here, leaving this end
Okay, lots of curves
open.
on that
It is
bit.
quite curvy.
Yes, they're very bat-like wings, aren't they? You don't know bat, because the face of doing the bat face would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
I did a bat not that long ago, actually, for Simply Sewing.
Oh, okay, so it could be here one day. Remember yesterday I was talking about the Joe big-eared rabbit that somebody'd made, Marie had made in blue, and how much I loved it. Well, I asked her if I could share it on Instagram and Facebook. He's got like a fan club now. He's just brilliant. He's got such, it just shows though, doesn't it, that it comes from your pattern. So in theory, they should all be identical, and yet just different people's personality comes through on there, or not comes through, but you know what I mean? You can add personality to your toy by just the odd stitch different and things like that. I think he's absolutely adorable. He's like a blue bunny, and he's sitting there like that. Gillian, are the toys washable?
I would surface wash them only, although you probably could.
Apart surface wash, like a sponge?
Yes, sponge wash.
Right.
I sounded like a label there, didn't I?
Yes.
Surface wash only. Or
I hate that when you buy something really important, like a mattress, and it goes, oh, you can input the slight dampness. You know what I mean? It's just like, or not with that mattress so much, but something you really need to wash properly. I wonder how that, I don't know how the fleece washes. I presume it washes all right.
it should be. The only thing that might happen is it just distorts the stuffing slightly, but it will probably be fine to go through.
Probably.
On a gentle cycle.
That's not the advice of anyone.
I've put things through and they've come out okay.
Right.
But
well,
I
we all put Teddy, you know, like when I've looked after nieces, nephews, and godchildren, they've dirtied their toys or whatever. I've just thrown them in washing machines. Right, so that's the wing.
Okay, so I'm going to clip at the points.
Yeah.
So clip across there, both sides. And I'll narrow this one down a little bit further because it's
there's a lot going in there, isn't there?
And do this point at the top and these ones. And if it wasn't fleece, I would also
clip into the curves.
Into the curves, but it allows for it really. But now I've started, I'll do that one.
Okay.
There we go, and I'll turn this the right way out. And then, like the ears, these also have stitch lines for a bit of definition.
But no, there's no wadding or anything in there either?
No wadding, no. And I think, was it Andy on?
Don't use the scissors to poke it out.
Sorry, no, don't use the scissors to poke it out.
Hi, John. Has Jo ever done an owl?
Yes.
I'm an avid owl collector and have over 500 in various guises. That's Christine in East Yorkshire. You did the owl and the pussycat, didn't you? The owl and the pussycat.
I've done a couple of owls, actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
Not with me, I haven't.
Have I not?
We've never done the owl and the pussycat, because you do a boat on that one as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I saw you prepping that one. And what was the other owl you did then?
I did one last year, I think, for Simply Sewing.
But you haven't done one, we haven't done one on here.
I don't think I've done it here.
Christine, but Simply Sewing. I've got an email through very quickly. Just ordered my dragon, and I'm waiting for my mermaid to come today. And yesterday I finished my first budgie. Love all Jo's toys and such a talented designer. And John, you make me laugh so much. So you're a talented designer, and I'm just a fool. That's from Rachel. Now, Rachel, did you put that one on Facebook last night? Because I think you wrote a first budgie I've made, and his beak's a bit wonky, but I don't think it is wonky. I think it's lovely. Okay?
It's fab.
Wing. Oh, just mark your lines on and just stitch those up.
Stitch lines. I think it was Andy on the Facebook group also did stitch lines up here to give it, and it gave it some lovely definition.
Oh, did he? Okay.
But I'll stick with these because it's a bit easier. Put my needle in the
because I've still got, we're 40, so we've got what, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. That's fine, we've got 12 minutes, and I've got a body, and I've got the spine, spikes, and all the components. So all right, aren't we? What do they call the bits that go down the back of a dragon?
I don't know. I always call them spikes or spines. But
Green sold out, dunk, gone. If you want this green one, dunk, no more. Sold out, sold out, sold out.
It's a bit chunky and it's not moving through easily, so I'm doing a stitch.
That again, sorry.
It's a little bit chunky and it wasn't moving through under the foot, so I just lifted the needle and moved it around slightly. And now it will.
But you could, if you wanted to, you could hand, you know, with a lovely variegated thread or something like that, you could hand, not quilt, because it's not quilting, is it? But you know what I mean? You could put hand stitches through it.
That would look really nice, yeah. Especially in a metallic thread.
Yeah, or one of those variegated, remember when you did the unicorn and you did variegated? Anyway, so you've got 2 wings, 2 legs, 2 arms, a head.
And I'm going to baste the wings together.
Oh, okay.
So they go in as one
because they're going into the centre back seam there.
And that is the chunky seam that you need to go through slowly.
Okay, need to go through that slowly. Yes, John, that was me and my wonky beaked budgie. You see, we do look. I think that's what's lovely about, not about us, about the fact that it's all interactive, isn't it? You know, it's like a community, isn't it? We all comment. Because, did you see that, Jamie's impression of me on Facebook yesterday? Remember Jamie, Rachel, isn't she called Rachel? Oh, hang on, my brain, there's so many. Rachel, her husband did an impression of me. She videoed it, she put it on YouTube, and it got so many people loving it and liking it. He got a bit embarrassed because so many people loved it. Anyway, right, carry on. Oh, look.
It's a bit like
yeah, it does.
bat wings.
Yes.
Stomach.
Okay. Oh, tummy, I didn't even have the tummy here, right, okay.
I've pre-stitched a stomach piece. You don't have to do these stitch lines if you don't want.
Oh, no, they're nice.
But the template has the markers on. Oh, this is the reverse, actually. I've marked it on the reverse.
Yeah.
I just drew, with the pen, lines to follow when I stitched.
Oh, sorry, I'll just put that in shot for you there. Okay.
So I just drew the lines on and then stitched over them. With this, I've used green, so it stands out a little bit more. With that one, it was just white. And you still get it's more, you see the texture, but with this, you see the colour as well.
It's only on the fabric. You don't put wadding behind it or anything. It's literally just
on the fabric.
Okay, right. And there's
so
two.
That's a reverse.
You've got 2 tummies.
Well, I just showed one drawn out. And I was just trying to be very, very organised. Yeah. And there's a dart at the top and the bottom, and I'll close these now.
Okay.
I hope that the stitch lines line up because it will stand out in the green.
Got a few days off now.
I have. Well, I've got to catch up on all the other work.
Oh, no.
Got to...
So now, it's your boys' half-term next week, is it?
Yes.
You're going off to do castles or anything, because you normally go off and do sightseeing kind of holidays, don't you?
We do. We've got a couple of things planned, but it's also Rowan's birthday. So he gets to choose.
Has he chosen yet?
I think he wants to, well, February, everything's sort of cold or closed. So, but I think we've got an aquarium planned.
See, when he's older, he'll go, oh, could I just go to Barbados for my birthday?
And I would like that as well, so I'd be,
Aquarium. They're brilliant these days, though, aren't they? When I was little, aquariums were just tanks of fish, but now they're brilliant, aren't they?
Oh, now there's walkways.
Well, one near you, not too far from you, you can get in with. You can go in with the sharks.
Yes, that's the one.
Are you going to
yes,
that
that's the one.
Blue Planet, yes. That's near Mike and Julie's, so I know that you're going for the sharks. Right, okay, so you've done the 2 darts on the tummy. What's next?
Yes, and I think the next bit is I'll base the arms into position.
Would you like me to check?
I'm just having a quick think about how I put it together. I'll base this arm closed.
Okay, red is almost sold out. And half the stock of the new green one with the brown, with the caramel, spines. If you missed out on the other green one, that's the only green one I've got at the moment.
So there's a marker a little higher up for the arm.
Okay.
So I'll pop those on.
Yeah, that's lovely. You stitch that. I'm back with you now. Just helping out in a crisis.
The angle on these, my prototype, the angle on the top of the arms wasn't quite right, so it was very jazz hands when it was done.
We quite like a jazz hands dragon.
It was, I didn't know whether to go sort of, whether they should be slightly fierce.
Fierce?
It's not, it doesn't scream fierce though, does it really?
It's cute, isn't it? Look. Okay. Oops. Trying to escape now.
Okay, so the arms are
So you
on.
basted the arms in.
I'm going to join a side body
Okay.
along there. How are we doing for time?
You've got about 6 minutes. It's only because I'm not going back over there. I'm staying the whole time here with you now. I've been spoilt. So you can finish the whole thing, you see, and embroider your name on the feet and everything.
No problem. What are you going to do for the last minute?
Yeah. Oh, ha, ha, ha.
Sorry. I'm trying to go fast, but at the same time, not too fast because I'm going to go through a few layers.
Oh, yes. Yes, somebody, did we talk about the dressmaker film the other day?
Yes.
One with Kate Winslet, which we laughed, right? And somebody said, oh, I've missed it, is there any way to find it? And I went, oh, I've got on Sky Plus, pop round to mine, right? So suddenly, everyone's coming round to my house, all these people I've never met. And Kim's just said, all over to John's to watch the dressmaker. It is a brilliant film. It's going to be one of my favourites now, along with Now Voyager.
I've not seen Now Voyager.
What?
I've not seen that. Sorry. When was that? What?
1939.
Right.
Just starting the mermaid kit, envying tales of snowy landscapes. Not had a flake in Bournemouth all winter. Oh, Pamela, I've moved to Bournemouth. Mind you have a
microclimate.
Yes, so. In Bournemouth, don't you? When Shirley Bassey plays Bournemouth, you can't get a hotel room for love nor money. John, the hubby says you're not a fool, you're a clown. Not sure that helps. Lots of stuff from Sewing Nut. Thank you. Well, the thing is, I'm like one of those, I'll be like, what's that film? Stop the World I Want to Get Off. I'm a clown here, and then I get home and I'm all miserable and sad like this, just sit there all deflated, all on my own. Don't laugh.
I know, I suddenly realised that. I'll stop.
I'm only joking. Clowning. 5 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Chris. Chris has showed his face. All right. That week's done you the world of good. He's had a week off, right? And you look like a different man. You've gone grey.
There we go.
Okay. Oh,
so it's coming together.
Okay. Then the next stage.
Baste the legs on, which are a little bit easier.
Aren't we? 3 minutes.
Okay. I have to say, I didn't think I'd get anywhere near finishing with this because there are just so many little bits.
Yes. You mean in the show, not in real life?
No, in the show.
Yes. Yeah, you already made 2.
I know. I made one at Christmas as well. I've made a few of these.
What, for presents?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Lots of new buyers. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sewn. I nearly said the wrong thing yesterday because I used to say that all the time where we used to work, and I nearly just, went into autopilot yesterday.
But with the wrong name of...
With the wrong name of the company, yeah.
My husband does that. That's how he answers our home phone.
What, is his work office?
His work, yeah. All the time.
My phone, it's really weird, isn't it, how things change. My home phone, I've got a home phone line, only ever rings on... Nobody ever seems to use it anymore.
Yeah.
But my phone number, because we're obviously in a village, my phone number is one off the doctor's surgery. So the amount of times I pick my phone up, they go, because I go, hello? And they go, oh, is that, what's the name of the surgery? Is that the doctor's surgery? I'm like, does it sound like the doctor's surgery? Anyway. That's cute. What's next?
Next job would be...
I'll show you the magazine subscription in a second. There's a customer said they can't find the subscription. I'll show you that in a minute.
I'll pop the head on.
Yeah. Oh, so these, when we get to these, I'm not sure we'll get to actually physically do it on the show, are they just caught into the seam as you do the centre back seam?
We need the head on
I know I'm jumping ahead, but I just suddenly thought people were going to be asking about that bit. Put the head on
so I'll
first,
pop the head on and then I can get to those.
Yeah. In 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes.
Shall I thread up the embroidery thread for you?
Maybe not.
We had Irene on yesterday, you know, crazy Irene with a needle threader.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. Everyone loved her. Oh, actually, she brought me a new pair of glasses. I'll show you some. I'll go and get them in the break. The red one, you've still got time to check out on the red one. Still got time to check out on the red one. The green one's definitely sold out, and the green and caramel one, half the stock of those gone. But there are only a few of those to begin with. That was just one that they created for us as a stopgap.
And the other thing that's different to the way I would normally do a toy, with this one, the opening to bag it out and to stuff it is in the base, is at one side of the base, because along the back there are those spikes.
So across the bottom of here, you've stuffed it from the bottom of here? Because normally, I'll show you here, normally Joe would stuff up the centre back seam there, but obviously you've got the wings and the spines and everything there. So one of these across here is where you leave it open to stuff it all with. Okay?
So now it's not too far off being done, but along one side, choose a side of the body and base, the top spike's a little bit shorter.
Oh, it's too, of course, because it stops.
It stops.
Goes from the top of the head to the top of the wings.
There are markers there for the wings, so the wings need to go into that bit.
So you've got one set of spines there, it stops, the wings go in, and then the last set of spines go down there, right the way down to the tail.
So they need basting in. Like that.
Okay.
And before closing the back, add the base. And it doesn't go to the back of the tail.
So you base those in and you sew the back up?
No, I'd leave the back until, just so it's open and it's easier to get the base around.
Right.
And the back of the base starts, there's a marker there. And so pivot, this corner corresponds with this bit, pivot here, bring it across here, and then pivot and just sew a tiny bit along here, but leave the rest.
So I see. And then you just sew down the
and then
back.
Sew the back together, and then sew that little bit of underside tail together, and then you've got your opening there to turn it the right way out.
And
pop the eyes in.
Put the eyes in, and then you stuff the head.
I stuff the head first, so I can get my needle inside with the knot.
because there's embroidery around here, embroidery thread around here, just creating the smile.
It just follows the seam.
Yeah.
And the shaping too between the eyes. So bring the needle out, do a few little stitches to secure the thread, and take the needle through, back, through again, and just pull, and it just pulls the eyes in a little bit.
Brilliant.
And then secure the thread.
When are you back?
Not until the end of the month.
Oh, have a lovely time off.
Yeah.
You'll see her at the end of the month. You'll see me in 3 minutes with Amanda, and we're making a pretty tote bag. Oh, I've done. Go.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts. Join us on Wednesday the 14th of February when Victoria Peat will be here to make a stylish patchwork poof from Simply Sewing magazine. This practical addition to your home decor uses a fun foundation paper piecing method which Victoria demonstrates along with her top tips and professional techniques for perfect results. Once you know how simple it is, you can snap up one of our kits complete with step-by-step instructions. We've got fabric options to suit everyone. So tune in and prepare to transform your home on Wednesday the 14th of February at 10 AM only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Taylor and I'm going to be sharing with you 3 of my top tools. Okay, my first top tool has to be scissors. There are a pair of scissors for everything, every possible task you would need. One big tool is do not share your fabric scissors. They are yours, padlock them. And also my little snips, these are my favourite as well. My second top tool has to be pincushions. As you can see, I have quite a lot of them, but they all have different uses. So first of all is my wrist pincushions. This is easy when you're at your sewing machine. Second one is my other one that has my tacking threads attached to them. And my third one is my favourite. This is my magnetic pincushion. My third and final top tool has to be this. It's an unpicker. This is the most essential tool, to be honest, because you probably make more mistakes than you will do it right in the first place. But a lot of people don't know that the little red ball is actually a safety ball, so it stops you cutting your fabric as you unpick.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @SewingQuarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air.
Oh, it's exhausting, this lark, isn't it? Anyway, last hour. Got a gorgeous tote bag coming up. But before we go there, could you pass me the tote bag, please? Before we go there, I've got to tell you about somebody messaging going, I can't find where to do the subscriptions. You know that we're part of a big sisterhood, and our 3 sister magazines, Simply Sewing, today's Patchwork, Love Patchwork and Quilting, and Today's Quilter. You can subscribe to any of those magazines. So what you need to do is go to our website, www.sewingquarter.com. What you need to do is go to the shop. Now, this is where it's important. So you go to magazines, patterns and books. Don't click on magazine subscription. Click on the one below where the 3 of them are listed, right? Then I'm hoping Hayley sorted this out, or someone sorted this out while we've not been there. So the 3 magazines are Love Patchwork and Quilting, which are for beginners and intermediate quilters. Simply Sewing, which is like for fashion, for Joe's toys, projects around the house and things like that. And then Today's Quilter. Today's Quilter, right? Save 72%. If you subscribe now, so what you need to do is go down the page, hit the bottom there, choose which one you want, subscribe to Today's Quilter we've got there now. You can save 72%. Right. Oh, there was something else I've got to tell you as well, but I'll do this first. What was the other thing? No. Got a special deal on an embroidery machine in this app. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'll step back so you can see the bag. This is a pretty tote bag. Nice, isn't it? Gets nicer with my shirt. Oh, look, I'm all untucked at the right back there. Right, I've got 2 bundles. Now, I've got to explain something, right? It comes in 2 bundles, but they're very, very, very different bundles. So right, okay, because I've got a premiere book, I'll do the bundles first, because the pattern's in the book. Right, this is the one that Amanda's made. So you get your 8-ounce denim, which is fabulous for bags like this. 8-ounce denim. You then get the Michael Miller cornflower in the pink and the grey background. And then you also get half of each of the Spectrum Solid, was it Lilac Mist? No, it's Amanda looking at Amanda's face now.
No, yeah, Lilac, yeah.
Do what? Yeah, whatever. You don't have to worry about the colour because you get it in the bundle anyway. You get the thread and you get the handle for £35.99, right? The other bundle, so that's a good 8-ounce denim. Brilliant for making these bags. Okay, oh, there's the bundle. Brilliant. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, this other one is still denim, but it's 4-ounce denim. So it's going to make a completely different bag because it's very, very, that's like denim, like your jeans would be made out of, 8-ounce denim. This is very, very soft and lightweight 4-ounce denim. They're like for jeans. This is what I'd say would be like for a shirt, a lovely lightweight summer shirt. So to make the bag out of it, your bag won't be as sturdy as the 8 ounce. I'm just telling you this because I don't want you to get home and go, oh, John showed me a lovely sturdy bag and mine's all floppy or whatever. I'm telling you the truth because it's a 4 ounce. It's half the weight of the indigo denim. So if you do want it, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful combination of fabrics, but it's not going to make you a heavy, sturdy bag. So you get 1.5 meters of fabric, 0.5 meter of the denim, the like 4 ounce denim, 0.5 meter of the designer fabric, 0.5 meter of the bright orange, and now the handles are different on this one. The handles are like a kind of woven fabric, and then there you go, and you get the thread as well in that one. 28.99. Now the project that we've done is out of this book. It's a brand new book. It's called Sewn Bags. Stylish bags for every occasion. Lovely. The cover's nice, isn't it? Oh, £9.99. £9.99. It's got all sorts of bags here. Little clutch bag. Twenty projects, yeah, 20 projects. Look, lovely. I mean, obviously you choose the fabrics you want. Lovely. They're very I'd say they were very simple projects, good for a beginner. Fantastic, aren't they? Oh, look, that's a lovely travel bag there. Market basket. That's the one we're making, isn't it, the market basket? Is that the one we're making? No, pretty tote. Sorry, look, that looks very much like that one, doesn't it? What page is it on, Amanda?
53.
How many? 53. Well, I've passed it already. Felty bag. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bags there. And the templates in the back. Gorgeous. Right, let's go and make it. Let's go. Now, as I say, I've got an embroidery, oh, are you ready for me?
I am.
Embroidery bundle this hour, embroidery machine bundle this hour as well, which I'll tell you about in a second, but let's get going with this first. Okay. Sorry, Amanda. Oh, no, did you want to get that going before you start?
No, we can sort of like go through some of the components if you wish. Okay.
Lovely size. This is a good size for a tote bag, isn't it, really?
It is. It's big.
No. Well, I know you always change, right, for your second show, but you've put high heels on. You're much taller in this hour than you were in the last one. Really, really lovely little bag. Not little bag, gorgeous bag.
Good size.
Is it quite simple to make?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. So yeah, a beginner.
Okay.
Beginner could tackle it, no problem.
Right, off you go then.
So the patterns are in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. But you do have to enlarge them
by
okay.
200%.
Yes, yeah, so we photocopied them. But what I ended up doing is I just took them to the photocopier place and just gave them the book, passed it over on AO.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a lot easier rather than trying to keep positioning it on your photocopier because I was just getting odd bits out here, there, and everywhere. So just print it out on AO. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got your top outer piece. So what I've prepped. So you've got 2 of these outer pieces. Right. So it sort of like shapes up and then goes back out. And then that is your turn down on the inside. So in the inside of there, okay, you've got...
Let me just take the
packaging.
Got a lot of shopping in there. So there's a turned back on the inside there before the line. So it's like the facing.
Self-facing through there. Okay. Then you've got your bottom panel. So you've got 2 of those that we've cut out. Then you've got your outer bottom panel. So 2 of those. And you simply join those across.
Okay, so is that your centre? Is that your centre bottom?
That's the centre base, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these 2 pieces have gone together here.
Right, got it.
Okay, so it butterflies out. Yeah. All right.
Lovely.
So 1 centimetre seam allowances.
Right.
Okay. Press them down, and then I've just top stitched across the front of it, and I've actually used the triple stitch as well, just to make it that little bit more the triple stitch.
Oh, triple stitch, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you've
I've interfaced each piece.
Got the interfacing, the iron-on medium weight interfacing on the back of there, if you want to get that.
Okay. So, like you said, this is a slightly lighter weight denim.
Okay, yeah, this one is a slightly, there's the interfacing, $2.99.
Okay.
This one is slightly lighter weight,
Slightly lighter, so if you did want to sort of just pad it out a little bit, you could use waddings and...
Or the, what's the the one you all love, H640, could you use that? That's like the iron-on fleece.
Yes.
The H640 is the, yeah.
Yes, so that's it, fusible fleeces, you could use cotton battens, you could, you know, anything to give it that little bit of extra support. So as I say, I've already put those together because we were going to then sort of just show how you could then embellish it and make it that
is it embroidery now then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just sort of thought if we started the embroidery machine off, we can talk about the embroidery machine.
Yeah.
Okay, and then while that's happening, I can then sort of take you through some of the other elements of it. Okay?
We've got a special deal. I'll just take this out of the way for you time, babe. We've got a special deal at the moment for today. I love this machine. This is the embroidery machine. It's the Elna 81. But what we're doing is it will always cost you £599, full stop. £590, brilliant machine, that's how much it costs. Today, if you buy it today, you get that lovely set of Metla Summer. They are 100% cotton threads, but you also get, and this always sells out whenever we have this in stock, the starter set of stabilisers. So all that is worth £24.98. So you're getting the discount to £24.98 or a free gift. Think of it as a free gift. This, I'll talk you through that in a minute. So let's just get Amanda going on the machine then.
Okay, so we've got the hoop, and I've just put the central lines through.
Yeah.
Okay. You can hoop your fabric into it, but sometimes I tend to actually then just use some repositionable spray, just so I know that, because once you actually put it in, you can kind of like move it about a bit and it doesn't quite get sort of central. So I've actually just folded it in half.
Now, I'm going to ask a silly question here now.
There's no such thing
as a silly question.
Just a silly answer.
Yes. Oh, right, you can do the answer. Yeah. Could you not do the embroidery before you've stitched all them together? If you just had this top panel piece, you could do that on...
Yeah. That would be the most sensible thing to do.
Not saying anything.
Okay,
right.
But time is always the essence.
Of course, no.
So I was prepping away, and I do just get a little bit carried away sometimes when prep.
Well, also, you know you've only got an hour to do the whole bag. So in real life, you take your time, you do your embroidery.
I would do the embroidery.
And then you'd make your bag, exactly. So what have you done there? You've
I've just literally put a crease in. So if we're going to centralise, you can put your, your design anywhere you wish to.
Yeah.
So I've just literally put a bit of a cross through.
To find the centre of that
If
pattern.
I wanted to actually sort of central that through, which we may as well. A little bit of repositional spray.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Only use this in a place with an open window and lots and lots of ventilation.
So just to spray that onto...
It's on our website, by the way.
Onto your interface stabiliser. So
yes.
I've used a tearaway.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I wonder why that is.
So the cotton stable. And so on that mark, I'm then just going to actually position my centre line.
Right.
Through. Okay.
Right.
And then I can place that under the...
So does this not need to go into that hoop?
It can, but that's what I said. You can, but sometimes once you start putting the hoop on, it can actually sort of push it away.
I thought you sprayed it and then put it down. And
no.
Oh, okay. So the hoop has got the stabiliser in it.
Yep.
And then you've sprayed your fabric onto the top of the stabiliser, but not put your fabric in the hoop.
That's right. Okay.
Right, okay. Right, I'll get out the
Jane
way.
from Allen will probably go, no, you don't do that. But, you know me, I like to go off-piste.
Right.
Okay, so we're just going to place that underneath. So we've got the bobbin fill.
Oh, yes. Now, this is what we say. If you have the lovely cotton in the top, use a really lovely, like the Metlas that you get free. Now, obviously, this is the summer one. This is the one you're getting with the bundle. The one Amanda's got is the spring one, I think. But this is the summer one that you get with the bundle. Right? What you need to do is always fill your bobbin with bobbin fill. Bobbin fill. This is like it's like a finer, just not good, like a polyester thread, but it's much finer.
Finer, yeah, so it doesn't build up all the layers.
So it's $350 for 500 metres in the black. Now, be careful of this. Last time I had this, it sold out within no time at all. It sold out. I went like that and it was sold out. We've got hundreds today, but please, please, please be careful because they will go. And then this is the white, Madeira white bobbin fill thread there, $350. People multi-buy that because they know they want it. If they've got an embroidery machine, they just want it all the time. Okay?
Okay, so I've selected the different butterfly. I was going to do the full one, which sort of took over 20 minutes. This one will take about 16 minutes because it tells us to go through those.
Basically, the machine comes with 55 designs already built into it and 18 border patterns. You can do, it's got a USB point on the side here, so as long as you use Jeff, I think it's Jeff one, so it says in the instructions, machine, you can download your own and put them on there. But the brilliant thing is once it's loaded in, you won't see this, but you get a little screen and it says to you that it takes 16 minutes, it's got 5 colours, the size of it. You can alter all the patterns up and down by up to 20%, can't you?
Yeah.
And you can move it around. So you can also, like Gerardine is making all the table linen for her daughter's wedding. So if you're doing borders on napkins, you can do a border there, twist the pattern round and that does it there, twist it round and it does it there, twist it round and it does it there. Well, we've started.
So I'll crack on with it.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, so I've loaded it up. It will give you the colours that you can use, what they've sort of pre-chosen, but obviously you can do whatever colours
you want
to, okay?
So what it does is it sets off, it says it's going to be 16 minutes, but you're doing the first colour.
Yeah, and then it highlights that section on your screen of what it's actually going to be stitching out.
I can't move. Are you going to move it while it's sewing?
Can
you get to that?
Okay, so I think it's just up to... Yeah, so just here is this little part.
So don't be thinking, oh, that doesn't look like my design. It's just what's on your design in colour number 1. So that's there, right? And then it's going to take 16 minutes. And it's saying burgundy, but obviously you can use whichever colour you want, but that's the number of the colour that they're suggesting. Oh, it's gone down to 15, is it now? Oh, there, 15, so we've done a minute. Okay. So it will keep going on that colour. Now, that's not going to take 15 minutes. The whole thing is going to take 50 minutes. So when it gets to the end of the first colour, the machine then stops and will then ask you to refill your next thread in. Before we go on, while I've got the empty space, I'll just show you the bundle comes with this. This is brilliant, right? This is a stabilised bundle because depending on the fabrics you use, depending on what project you're doing, you don't really know. There you go, the first colour's finished. So you know to rethread and start again. Or you can turn the machine back around now if you want to.
Okay.
So you can do your colour. This comes in the bundle, right? It's got 12 different stabilised, big sheet, like a big A4 sheet of all of them, some of them are bigger. So you can see if you need a cotton soft black, a cotton stable, a cotton fix. These are the tearaway ones. We've also got washaway ones, and there's also cutaway ones. And that way, you can decide, you can just practice with them all, and then you know for future, when you do, like Gerardine will know, oh, I need to get that washaway one for mine, so she can then order lots and lots of washaway one for us. This is fantastic, comes in the bundle. Here's the bundle, show you that. So that's the whole bundle there. Now, this is the only thing from the bundle that I can offer on its own in the show today. There's not that many of them, and they will sell. Obviously, the ones in the bundle are safe. Don't worry about that. If you're going to buy the bundle, they're safe. Don't worry about that. But if you want to buy this separately, if you've already got an embroidery machine, or, well, yeah, if you've got an embroidery machine, or you just want to try out stabilisers, £11.99. £11. I'm sure it was more than that. Anyway, £11.99. Madeira Premium Stabiliser Starter Set. It's just fantastic.
They are brilliant. They're really, really good. I know what I've made a faux pas on, but...
Oh, you made a mistake?
Yeah.
Why?
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. You put the same colour on twice?
No.
Oh, no.
I'm going to have an upside-down butterfly.
Oh! Fine.
It's because I was about to front. Yeah. No, it's not an excuse. It's just the way it is.
That's all right.
Okay.
This is why it's always good to practice, children.
Okay, so I'm going to get ready. No, the thread had actually broke, so I'm just carrying on with that piece. So our pattern pieces then.
Oh, yes, you want to come back to the middle and I'll get out of the way.
So these are our side gussets.
Right.
Okay.
I'll go and get the bag so we can see what we're looking at.
So
it's going to get very messy, the desk, isn't this one? So these are the two side panels.
So these are the two side pieces that go down, that give the bag the width. Okay. So you've got your 2 strips and then you've got your bottom gusset area.
Okay.
So I've pre-loaded those through on this one because I'm normally on number 6. So we can go through on our triple stitch, which is number 9. Okay.
Floating the fabric, as Amanda has done, also eliminates hoop burn. I float more than I hoop. That's Helen and baby Beatrix.
Oh, what a beautiful name.
Yeah. The hoop burn, I suppose, if it's in there a long time, it's going to get that kind of crease, isn't it? And everything.
That's right. It'll be all right. So you So you just have to be careful when you just keep an eye on it. Some of your fabric doesn't actually flop over and you end up sort of embroidering and stitching it together.
Okay. I love this machine.
It is lovely.
Okay.
Okay.
So each time it says change a colour, you've literally got to unthread like the pale blue that you've just had, and you're going on to lilac. You just thread the machine up like normal, like a normal sewing machine.
Yeah, it's nice
in the
and
next
quick.
colour. Oh, and of course you've got no bobbin to fill because you've got your bobbin fill
already
threaded, and that's just white or black, whichever. And it doesn't come through, does it? The bobbin fill, so you can just use white for every different colour, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There we go. So then just pop the thread up out of the way. And we start it off again.
Okay.
There we go. Behave.
I'll keep watching it.
Okay, so I'm just going to go across then with the triple stitch. And I use the triple stitch quite a lot because I like it.
Do all sewing machines have triple stitch?
Yes, yeah, it's quite a good common stitch to have on. It's really good for bags if you're doing handles and things like that, because obviously it is really strong.
Yes. Is it what it says it is? Is it just stitching every stitch 3 times?
3 times, yeah.
So if you make a mistake,
it'll show up.
Picking.
Oh yeah. Okay. But it just really sort of highlights and gives a good, strong definition.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
This is multitasking at its best.
You sure it's a butterfly? You sure you picked a butterfly?
It's not the windmill.
It's not the windmill. It's not there's a lovely one with a windmill with a little Hannah and a little Hannah boyfriend standing in front of it with their dungarees on and their clogs on. I had an email through very quickly. I'm fairly new to Sewing Quarter. This is Kay in Southampton. Fairly new to Sewing Quarter, although my mum has been watching it for a year. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I just listen to it as I do things because listening to John cheers me up more. I learned so much, even getting tips from projects I'm not doing. I've now subscribed to Simply Sewing and look forward to even more tips. Thank you for the inspiration and the enthusiasm. Kay in Southampton. Thanks for watching, Kay,
that's
my
lovely.
love.
Well, if you've subscribed to Simply Sewing, I'm in there next week.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
What have you made?
Skirt.
Oh.
A nice, easy skirt. Okay, so the thread has just broke on me.
Oh, so if the thread breaks, it says re-thread.
Thread, yeah.
But if it's finished, it says change thread.
Okay, so quickly.
Has it broken because... Why would it have broken? Just thinking.
Maybe just a little bit of tension. I might just turn the thread tension down a little bit.
So it's just the same as using, obviously you can't use this as a sewing machine. You can't sew stitch, like seams with it or anything. But is it the same basis as a sewing machine?
Yeah.
So tensions and all that sort of thing are the same as on a sewing machine?
That's right. So if you were to see the bobbin thread starting to come up, you would just alter the tension just like you would with your normal regular stitching.
Okay. And remember as well, if you bought anything else today, and you buy this as well, it's still only 1p&p. Also, the other thing I do need to say to you is, if you bought this bundle, they come from 2 different places. The machine comes straight from Elna, and we send you the thread and the stabilizer. So if the parcel arrives and there's no machine in it, don't panic. Or if the machine arrives and there's no bundle in it, it'll be 2 different deliveries. But it's still 2 deliveries, but still only 1p&p of £2.95.
And it is really good fun.
I love that. I get overexcited.
Yeah, when I first had my embroidery machine, you just sort of sit there kind of like in awe, just like your head's bobbing backwards and forwards.
Neil, our boss, is desperate for one. And I said, what would you use it for, Neil? And he went, I want to put my name on everything. Because it also has 3 different fonts, doesn't it?
It does.
3 different fonts in big letters and little letters in different sizes. Okay. So then we need to move into the next colour.
Okay, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll go for a lighter pink.
Of course, what you'd have done if you've got it at home and done this, you'd have designed the colours that you want and just put them in as you...
You're saying I've not designed the colours.
Well, you're kind of just picking that randomly, I think.
It's a butterfly. It can be anything. You're not convinced it's a butterfly?
No.
It's going to be a subtropical
rare
rare breed.
Oh, rare breed. I thought it looked like a K-facet zigzag Missoni design so far. But see, that's the thing about it as well, because it doesn't do a butterfly shape and then fill it in. So it does all colour 1 first, then it does all colour 2, then it does all colour 3. So it might not look like a butterfly until the very, very last minute, really. This is the bundle. You'll always pay $5.99 for this machine, always. But today, if you buy it today, you will get thrown in the threads, the Metla Silk Finish Cotton Summer Kit threads, plus the Madeira Premium Stabiliser Starter Kit, which is altogether with £24.98. You all right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
There you
We're
go.
there. If that's a little bit tight on that. I could just feel it pulling.
Oh, 31 alphabet styles. I said it's got the 3 fonts, but it's got the different sizes and everything in there. It's got the 18 fixed borders that you can get. You can up or down the size by 20%. You can twist the designs round, so you can do mirror images of each other.
There we go.
Say that again.
Right.
Say that again, little more. Yeah, 3. Yeah, you said 31. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's our sides. So the lining then, the lining is shorter in the body because we've got that self-facing.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you've got the fold facing over.
Yeah. And then we have 2 lining gussets.
Right.
Okay. Now, for some reason...
Yes? What have you forgotten?
No, it's not me. That's how it kind of like came out. So it seems a little bit longer.
Oh,
for the sides, yeah. Okay, so when we put the lining together...
Have they forgot to take the facing bit off?
Not too sure, because it does seem...
Yeah,
the same.
That's all, the pattern pieces are all in the book, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it seems to be but it's a little bit too long. So you just need to take that off.
Yeah.
So again, you're just joining the very bottom, the 2 pieces around the bottom on the base.
Yeah.
Press that out, and then you've got the gussets, which then fit centrally over the seam. Right. So I stitched in that area first, and then brought up the sides and stitched down to it. Okay. Okay, on both sides. Now, because you've sealed up that bottom piece, just leave one of the 4 sides a turning gap through that area. Okay? As simple as that. We've then got some magnetic clasps that are going to go on the inside. So once this is finished, we'll be able to put those on.
I've got magnetic clasps here.
I might be pinching yours because...
I see. It's not a butterfly going like this. It's a butterfly going like that. Now I see it.
But it still might be upside down.
Yes. I've got the clasps here as well. No. They're the antique. $4.49, those magnetic clasps. So we've got to wait now for the butterfly. This is well. Do you know what? Shall I go and do bundles while that's finishing?
I was going to say, yeah, well, I'll just keep an eye on this while it's going through.
How many more minutes it got left?
About 7 minutes.
Oh, okay. Let me go and do bundles then. Oh.
Are you cursing me now?
No, I'm not cursing you at all. As if I'd dare.
As if.
Right, what I'll do is I'll also go through the book properly over here as well. So you've got the dark denim bundle, which is the one that Amanda's already made, which is this one. This is 8-ounce indigo denim here, with the Michael Miller cornflower fabric across the bottom, and the lovely lilac-y lavender, pale lavender inside. So what you get a metre and a half of fabric, you get half a metre of the denim, half a metre of the pattern, half a metre of the lining. Just put that over there. You also get the bag handles. Now, I need Paul to tell me if these are they're called Marie, whether these are the leather ones or the imitation ones. Plus the thread, just so you know, just so you know, just so you know. In fact, I could smell the ones that Amanda's already sewn on. Hang on. Yeah, they are leather. They're definitely, I only tell you because some people obviously like leather, some people don't want the leather. The other bundle, the paler bundle, much, much lighter weight fabric, but these don't have, well, I'm not sure, I don't think these are the leather, these are the, well, they're canvas, but the little bits you sew on might be leather, that's all, at the bottom. Light blue denim tote bag, get half a metre of the light blue denim, half a metre of the pattern fabric, half a metre of the orange. Then you get the thread. And now the handles are different on these. These are cute. They're much lighter weight handles. They're kind of a canvas wrapped around the cord. But then you've got the little hearts at the bottom. And I'm not sure, it doesn't say on the packet whether the hearts are made with leather or not. Imitation leather, there you go. Imitation leather, so you're fine. Then the book that the pattern has come from, brand spanking new today. It's lovely, isn't it? It's called Sewn Bags, 20 projects. Now, I'd say this was a good, if you're just new to making bags, I'd say this was good for beginners because some of the styles are really effective and stylish, but they're quite simple. Do you know what I mean? You've got clutch bags in there. Oh, look at that lovely one there. That's the retro handbag. Messenger bag. See, that could be for a boy as well, couldn't it, that one? Hang on. Ooh, come on, John. No, that's a nice bag. Can you see that? There you go. £9.99. So, you know, it's 50p a project. It's 50p a project, isn't it? Knot bags, duffel bags, festival bags, slouch bag, pretty totes. Aren't they lovely? Really, really lovely. £9.99. And the instruction and all the templates at the back, which do have to be photocopied to a larger size. Okay. The embroidery machine's very popular. It's on offer in today and today. Well, this offer is only for today. The embroidery machine, which is the, there it is, the Elna 81. It's a fantastic embroidery machine. It will always, always, always cost you £599. But today, if you get it today, which a few of you already have, we'll give you a free gift, or you can look at it as a discount of £24.98. You get the summer threads, and you get that stabilizer kit, starter kit, which is fantastic. I'll just go and get that so I can show you through it. So look, this is what you get with it, right? You get 12 different stabilizers, sheet of each one in there. You get this as part of the deal, There's tear away, there's wash away, and there's cut away. So what you can do is lightweight, heavyweight. You can practice with all the different weights and all the different styles. Then when you know which one is your favorite, or if you've got more to do, you can then order more of that one. So, how are we doing with, because I had this available as well on its own. Okay, quarter to 12. Normally this flies out, this sells out straight away. You can buy this on its own. Is that nearly finished? Yeah. Yeah. £11.99. I'll open it. I'm going to open it for you and I'll show you. Oh, have you got one that's open? Yes. Okay, I've got people multi-buying. Here, I don't want to open another one. I might as well use Amanda's. So what it is inside, you get all the different stabilizers, look. Wash away, but they've all got a label on to say which one they are. So you can then practice with all these different, you said they're very different. That's like a fleecy one. Look at that one there. This is mean they're all different stabilizers. Rip away, tear away, wash away, cut away. All different weights, all different styles. You get 12 of those, you get one of each for £11.99. And then also the booklet that you get with it as well. This all comes in the packet for £11.99. Look at this, right? look at all the information about the tearaway ones. Oh, hang on. Wash away, all everything you need to know. Then you keep this booklet to one side. You maybe write your notes in it, what you've used different weights for, so you know in the future which stabiliser to buy. We don't actually sell all of those at the moment, but one day we will do. Lots of you put the embroidery machine in your basket. You do need to check out. Okay. Remember, if you're a new buyer as well, and you spend £10 on your first purchase, not including postage packaging, we can send you a free gift. You don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to fill it in or anything. Literally, new buyer, first purchase, over £10, you will get this A4 self-healing cutting mat worth £16.99.
Nearly there. Last colour. Nearly there.
And do you want me to remind you just about the bobbin fill as well? Fantastic, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Okay. Remember, if you're using the embroidery machine, white is the most popular. It's just a it's finer. It's a polyester thread, a finer thread that you fill your bob in. Because when you're embroidering, if you think about how much thread is actually going into that design, you don't want that twice with the thickness. Okay, that's the white one, and then there's the black one.
Have we got gremlins again today?
No, it's only you.
Just me. Followed me.
There's the black one, £3.50. Okay, brilliant. So we're just finishing off the butterfly before we can then finish off the bag. What we've done is embellish. This is the bag that Amanda's made. This one's the dark denim bundle. We've got the light denim bundle as well, which is one Amanda's making for the show. And what we've done is we're just embellishing it with some embroidery from the embroidery machine. And I think we've got about a minute or so to go on that. Oh, that one's going all wild there. It's just it is a fantastic machine. The thing is, it's so brilliant. You'll normally just leave it and go, but you won't want to. You'll want to watch it stitching away. Is that it finished? Oh no, not quite. I wonder what it is.
I really don't know.
Have you done your tension at the top?
Yeah. Can I just say, this does not normally happen, but it breaks.
It's never happened before, has it?
No, it doesn't.
Maybe it's because you've not got it in your hoop. No, it's not got that. It's not that. How much more have we got to go, do you reckon?
I can leave the last colour off.
Yeah.
It's just the antennas.
Yeah. Obviously, in real life, you're not going to be rushing it through like we are. But how beautiful is that? How gorgeous is that? It's incredible, isn't it? It's got a lovely Art Nouveau going into deco feel, that butterfly, hasn't it? But you do get 55 designs already pre-programmed. You get 18 frames and borders. You only get the one hoop on this, but all the designs will fit into the hoop. But you can, the designs can be made 20% bigger or 20% smaller to fit into your design. There we go.
There we go.
Right, we're going to do a butterfly without antennae because we don't want to see the last. We can't sit with the last. Yeah, I'll just draw it on with a felt pen in a minute.
So slide that off. Cut your bobbin thread. So I used a tearaway at the back.
Right.
So it literally is what it says. So we take that out of the hoop.
Right.
So you could use the tearaway, you could use the cutaway as well. The washaway ones are really good if you're sort of monogramming sort of on towels, on thicker fabrics.
Yes.
And it just prevents that from all the stitches sinking into sort of the pile. There we go. So then that just gets done away. And there he is, bless.
So is it upside down?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right.
I don't think he's really.
No.
He's just, yeah, you could have a, yeah, he
No,
is.
because his antenna would be coming out there, wouldn't it?
He's upside
Anyway.
down.
It's a he, is it, that butterfly?
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's
now
why.
we've got the basics of the bag again. We're all right, we've got
Okay.
about 15 minutes, we're okay.
So you would put in your snaps,
Right.
okay, your
Yeah.
metal snaps. You've got a position piece on there, okay. So you can just literally make a little mark. Okay. And these magnetic snaps are really good. They're so strong.
Yes, I noticed that with this one. This
Just
one.
like jump.
Yes. They're just sitting there inside the bag.
Okay, so
that
you've
one.
just got your mark.
Yeah.
And whenever you use any of these, they do need to be stabilised, which is why we've got those on.
Yeah.
Use my little scissors. And what you want to do is just mark it with the prongs, okay? And you just literally want to put, might use the tiniest of holes, okay? Through.
Just the two holes where the two prongs are that you've marked.
Yeah. And then you'll then push through the prongs.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
don't want the holes to be too big because then it's not going to hold properly. It's
That's
gonna
right.
fail,
And then you put the washer over the top
yeah.
and simply bend
Oh,
out
okay.
those.
Back.
They're there.
Because that's going to be inside
Side.
the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then you've got your marker again. So you could use a pen, a marker pen. Okay, and again, just literally use your prongs. That little bit of a mark.
If you're going to use a quick unpick, please be careful because sometimes you can be overzealous
yeah.
and push it and you won't end up pushing a hole through. You'll put a hole, like when you've done buttonholes, you go right to the end and you don't put a pin in and stop it.
Just got to find that other little hole. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Put the washer on, bend them over.
And hey presto.
That's all you need to do to keep them in place. That's it.
That's it, yeah. And they really are
Yes.
fastened and nice and strong. So we're then going to put in, okay, our gussets for the side.
Right.
So you find the centre point, line that up with the bottom centre seam. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we can then stitch across.
So you literally just, it's this bit, you're literally just stitching across, like the box bottom, aren't you? Across
That's
there,
right, yeah.
Of the gusset there, just across the bottom of the bag there.
And what I find it easiest to do is, because you've got a centimetre seam allowance,
Yeah.
is to start at your centimetre. So leave a centimetre to start with.
Oh,
you
right, so
can-
don't run right the way to the end,
edge.
start
No,
a centimetre in.
and stop at a centimetre.
Yeah.
Okay. A bit of reverse.
Oh, this is lovely. This is from Julie in Somerset. My husband's just bought me this embroidery machine. Julie has MS and she can't do much hand sewing. So thanks to this machine, it will really help me. And then Julie, it's cut off after that. So enjoy it, Julie, because the finished results are absolutely exquisite, aren't they?
Absolutely beautiful.
Remember, the bundle's only 4 today or until stocks last.
And it's
Because you'll always pay $5.99 for the machine. We're just throwing in just shy of £25 worth of gifts, wasn't it, really? Yeah, the aircon's just suddenly started checking out freezing cold air again. Nobody's touched it.
It's
Doesn't
really
matter, we'll
warm
be
in
going
here,
home
though,
again.
isn't
Oh,
it,
no,
today?
tell me about it. They wonder how I'm losing weight. I think it's because I'm sweating it off for 4 hours every day in here.
Okay, so then I'm matching across.
I don't think you meant
pieces.
today, Paul. Okay.
Okay, and then you're simply lining up the sides and stitching all the way down. So you have got that little piece that sort of comes in.
I was going to say, it flares out and flares in, doesn't it?
But it fits in fine. Like you're saying, it's a nice book just for sort of like introductory of people sort of getting into bag making.
Yes, they're not complicated books. And complicated bags, sorry, but it's a lovely book because it's got lots of different styles in there. It's only £9.99, there's 20 projects.
I have to say, I've really quite got into my bag making since I've been on the programme.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Well, when you first started, that's all we seemed to give
I was
you.
like, oh, like the bag lady.
Yeah.
But they're really, really rewarding projects to do.
Yes, well, yes, it is, because also if you think about dressmaking, you've actually got it to make it to fit someone, and then because we're all different shapes and all different sizes, there's always going to be some sort of, not complication, but there's always added things. Whereas a bag's a bag, isn't it?
And it's just sometimes nice just to mix up what you normally do.
Yes. Also, you can learn new skills, or use some of the skills you've already got. Just transfer some skills, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely pushed me to do different elements of things that I would never have done by somebody saying, that's what you've got to make.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Well, yes, because I suppose before you came on here, you wouldn't have thought about, oh, I'll make a bag.
Yeah, I've done the odd bits, but I was also like, oh, just like, what can I make myself next?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is nice to sort of just have a different mix of things.
Oh.
Oops,
Are you a bit like Crazy Lorraine? Crazy Lorraine doesn't think she's had a proper day unless she's done some sewing.
Oh, totally. Totally. Yeah, I actually had my first day off yesterday in ages.
And what did you do?
Sewed.
But we had Tula Pink in, and I said, what do you do? Because she works constantly. And I said, what do you do, for fun? And she went, oh, I just sew. I use other people's fabrics.
Yeah.
So work is when she's using her fabrics, but then when she's got a day off, she sits and sews with other people's fabrics.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've started doing a quilt.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and I've just had great fun sort of just cutting out.
Because before you came here, you didn't really...
I've dabbled. I do sort of basic quilting, but yeah, I did sort of say, like, no, I'm not a quilter because I didn't want to be given projects that are not there yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I said I wasn't a quilter. I lied.
Well, no, but it's right. If you're going to be standing here on telly demonstrating it, you're known for your high standard of dressmaking, so that's what we'll, and bag making, so that's what we're going to show off. We're not going to give you a quilting project yet.
Yeah, it's, but, my points are getting there.
Yes. There's a bit hit and miss to start with, aren't there?
Yeah, I'm doing it. It's all half triangles, half square triangles. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
And what are you planning to make with it?
It's just a sample quilt to go in the shop, yeah.
To start making a Christmas one. Go up on your window for Christmas.
Yeah, I'll probably be starting those in July.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we do Christmas in July, don't we? I have to ask, your business partner, Simon, he's not been very well again this week, has he? Is he okay?
He's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay. He's getting there.
It's just his Facebook status has got a bit sad
this
week. Well, Simon, we'll send you lots of love. Get better soon if you're watching. He has his arm. Is he in hospital or at home at the moment?
He's home. He's home.
Right. I was going to say when he's in hospital, he makes them all watch the telly with us on the telly.
Okay, so the other side then. So I'm just matching up.
Remember, these are the 2 bags. This is the 8-ounce dark denim. The one Amanda's using is the lightweight denim, the pale 4-ounce denim. Oh, that's the dark denim one there. That's the dark denim one. That's the most popular too. I can see why, because it's a nice, sturdy feel to it. You could put your potatoes in there and not worry. Well, no, it's right. And then this one's more of a beachy, kind of lightweighty, put your swimsuit and a towel in it, and things like that. This is the one that Amanda's making. It's the 4-ounce denim, lightweight denim with the orange and that lovely pattern, and the lightweight handles and the thread there, $28.99.
So yeah, yesterday I managed to put half a quilt together, make a top.
And it's on your day off?
Yeah.
What about housework?
Oh, I did actually hoover, yeah, I did. And make a dinner, Sunday dinner.
Oh, well, there you go.
So it wasn't too bad, I suppose.
Did you have to pack your son's bag as well?
He doesn't go till Wednesday, no.
Oh, okay.
I've got to wash half of his things because he's been a bad lad.
Okay.
He's been a bad lad, so...
Is he grounded?
No, I took all his Christmas presents off of him, which was mainly clothes.
I remember. So he's been naughty. You took all his Christmas presents, and you got to give them back to him to go to France
well, he started pulling things around again at school, so...
good boy.
Yeah.
Never cross Amanda Wyatt, that's for sure.
He's starting to earn them back, but I did sort of just, as I gave them back to him, was sort of like, just remember I can taketh away again.
And also, he's got to start being nice for next Christmas. Oh, no, it's only January, February, but he's got to... hello, John and Amanda, loving the show, thank you. Will you be doing the Overlocker again soon, please, Pen? Got a bundle today. Got a lovely bundle today, Pen, if you want to see that. Here it is. Amanda used it earlier. It's the Elder 664 Pro. It always costs £449. Always. But today, we're throwing in 4 grey threads, which normally cost, overlocking threads, normally cost you £31.80. They're like a gift from us to you to say thank you for shopping with us, or you can think of it as a saving. So if you're trying to justify it and go, well, I saved £31.80. Exactly. Not to be sneezed at, is it? Fantastic machine. Where do you know when you're back next, then?
Sunday.
Oh, on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
And do you know, are you making a dress? Or do you know what you're doing yet?
A child's dress.
Sorry, again?
A child's dress.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is.
So it won't be jersey. It's not going to be a jersey one then. I'm just thinking about showing the overlock again. But brilliant deal. Sure. Oh, by the way, that deal pen is, as far as I know, it's limited to today or until stocks last. Well, you've got 3 minutes. You can be all right.
Yeah.
3 minutes. I can make the dinner, hoover the house, and make a frock in 3 minutes. Not me. That's not me saying that. It's her. I've just got off my sofa. It takes me 3 minutes to get off my sofa now. By the time I've unloaded the cats.
But it's surprising, sort of going back to like the lady who's got MS and what people get out of sewing as well. This week I've had a couple of ladies. One lady came in and it brought quite a lump to my throat, and chatting like, do you sew much, blah, blah, blah. And she said, I don't know how I'd have got through the last couple of years without my sewing, because she'd had a bereavement. Yeah, she says, if I didn't have sewing just to keep me totally focused, to block out everything.
Yes, well, I won't mention any names, but a lady emailed me. Oh, Penny says, thanks, Pen. Thanks, Pen. Her husband was very, very poorly, and she spent 10 weeks at his bedside, and she said the sewing was just like she could do it and be with him and do the sewing and everything like that. So, you know what I mean, don't you? Sending lots of love. Right, lining in.
So, yeah, right sides together. Now, what I would recommend, the pattern does say to put your handles on, but using the strong handles, I would recommend that you don't put those on until last, and hence that's why you're leaving the gap as well, so you can actually get into them. Because what I found was obviously the strong handles, you need to top stitch around at the end, and they just get in the way. Yeah. And they pull all over the place.
Well, you could almost, finish it all off, and just because they're the hand stitch way on, you could literally just hand stitch them on. Am I going over to that table? No, I need to tidy up if I am, that's all. So I'll let Amanda carry on doing that.
But then I had another lady, she came on a course on Saturday, and she sort of said she just needed something for her again. Yes. And it was quite fun, because she said like she got a stressful, high-pressure job, and everybody went, oh, yeah. And 5 children, everybody went, oh! It's like the job, 5 children. And so, yeah, just getting her Sojo back again.
Yes. Sojo. Oh, I've never heard that one.
Yeah, when you
lost your...
Yeah, if you lose your Sojo.
I'll point out these as well. We do have these stabilisers for the bottom. These aren't the stitching stabilisers for the machine. These are the stabilisers for the bottom of your bag. If you want to put in, which one first? That one first. Very quickly, we've only got a couple of minutes left. Okay, and then the white one. Okay, I've only got about 30 seconds, Amanda, so I have to race around that. But that's literally, you're just bagging it through the top, around the top, aren't you? No, don't rush it. Let me go and do the bundles, and then you can bring the bag over and I can see it bagged through.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Put the handles on. I don't expect the handles on in 30
thank you.
seconds. Right. The 2 bundles Amanda's had in this hour. The dark indigo one, this is 8-ounce denim. So you get 1/2 metre of the 8-ounce denim. 1/2 metre of the Michael Miller cornflower, 1/2 metre of that lovely mauve mist. That's what it's called, I think, mauve mist. Then you get the handles. And you get the thread. Now, the handles are leather. The handles are leather, just so you know, because people like to know what they're made of, £35.99. We've also got it in a lightweight, the one that Amanda's been making there, the lightweight denim, 4-ounce denim. So you've got 1/2 metre of the lightweight denim. It is 60 inches wide, of course. 1/2 metre of the designer fabric, 1/2 metre of the bright orange fabric, the thread, and these handles, which haven't got any leather on them at all. £28.99. It does look like there's a little heart shape of leather at the bottom, but it's not. It's not. Oh, I've got ages yet. Gorgeous, gorgeous book. Brand new today. 20 projects in here. Lots of lovely instructions, lots of different bags. £9.99. It's 50p a pattern. That's 50p a pattern. I like this one. If anyone's fancy making me a bag, I quite like that one there, the messenger bag in tweed. That's lovely, isn't it? Oops, there it is, look. £9.99, it's beautiful. Okay, right, tomorrow's menu, I'll come over to you in a second, Amanda. Oh, she's coming. The menu for tomorrow. Now, it's not me tomorrow, it'll be Natasha tomorrow. Coming up with Natasha tomorrow, she's got essential dressmaking tools at 8 o'clock. She's got dressmaking with Jennifer Taylor at 9 o'clock. She's got, brand new fabrics at 10 o'clock, lovely. And then a beautiful backpack at 11 o'clock. That's tomorrow's day. So then this is your finished bag without the handles, obviously, and with an upside-down butterfly. Is it? Oh, it is upside down as well, yeah. Well, you could kind of pretend it's an orchid or one of those birds of paradise.
Kind of like
yeah. It's lovely, there you go. Now, the embroidery has been done by the embroidery machine, which we've got a special deal of today. The EMB 81, fabulous, always costs £5.99, but today, if you get it, you also get the stabiliser and you get the summer threads worth £24.98. Now, a couple of you got it in your basket. It's limited stock, so please, please, please be careful. Oh, we've got ages. Where are the handles? Have you got handles there? How would you place the handles? I've only got a minute, but it's actually. Do you know what? It's much sturdier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I thought with the 4-ounce denim, it was. I suppose that the interfacing helps as well.
Yeah.
But then you just literally place your handles.
Yeah, you're going to place. You've got the markers on the pattern piece of where to actually.
Oh yes.
Place those through. Okay, and then, as I say, I would just literally with your.
Yeah, where's your opening?
The opening in the side. Here it is.
Yeah.
And at least then you can get in and then just stitch through.
So it's not going through your lining, you're only going through this fabric.
That
but if you didn't do it before, because when you did your bagging through, they got in the way.
Yeah.
Right, thank you ever so much. Thank you, Amanda. We'll see you on Sunday. I'm in on Sunday. I'll see you on Sunday. Okay. We'll see you on Sunday. I'm not in there. Natasha must be in all week then, I presume, unless... I don't know. I haven't read my list. But anyway. Oh, Amy's in on Friday. Amy's in on Friday. Oh, Becky Bleed's in on Friday. Not Amy, Becky Bleed's on Friday. Thanks ever so much for your company. We will see you on Sunday, but of course, Natasha will be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you check out your baskets. That's the most important thing. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Join us on Wednesday, the 14th of February, when Victoria Peat will be here to make a stylish patchwork poof from Simply Sewing magazine. This practical addition to your home decor uses a fun foundation paper piecing method which Victoria demonstrates, along with her top tips and professional techniques for perfect results. Once you know how simple it is, you can snap up one of our kits complete with step-by-step instructions. We've got fabric options to suit everyone. So tune in and prepare to transform your home on Wednesday the 14th of February at 10 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.